Hi, everyone, and good evening. How's everybody doing? 1 second. Okay, so hopefully I'm not getting any echo. Welcome to 1 year of AO Mecha. Oh, this is not going to be. I could hear echo. Can you guys hear echo? 1 second, guys. Okay, how about now? Testing at 1 2. Testing at 1 2. It's gonna be one of those nights, isn't it? Echo, no echo for us, no echo for anybody. Okay, so no echo, but I could hear the echo, which is kind of weird. And I don't know why that's happening just yet. So you are very super roll res though. I know. I don't know what's wrong with it tonight. So it's just everything that could go wrong is going wrong as of now. YouTube is not working. This is not working. I am almost like debating whether to restart in the next half hour or something. But it is what it is. So we're just gonna have to super cut it. I think it's also because of all the bandwidth that we're using. We have a lot of guests from all over the place right now joining us. So yeah, give me 1 second, guys. I think I figured out what the issue was. Okay, so maybe this will fix the issue now and give me a little bit higher resolution. Let me know if that works for everyone. Testing at 1 2. Great. Okay, I figured it out. So what happened was I put one of my monitors into a live stream of this exact same live stream. So it was like live streamception and I could hear everybody. My God, I'm super embarrassed right now. I'm turning red and it sucks that like it's the 1 year anniversary. But you know what's awesome about it? We're always learning, and that's the lesson from it. Guys, welcome. My name is Ariel, and this is AO Mecha Live. It's a special event. It's our 1 year anniversary here at, well, it's supposed to be YouTube, but now we're on Twitch, which is kind of like a bit crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download this Twitch live cast, and we're going to put it to YouTube in the following day. Again, I do apologize about that. And for those of you guys that are tuning in on Twitch, maybe just remind your friends or whoever else is joining in here to switch over to Twitch. That way they could catch the rest of the episode. I think I'm coming in through okay now. Just checking my other screen here just to make sure that we're all good. Because like I want to say thank you so much, everybody that's tuning in tonight and everywhere else in the world, especially. I was going to say both YouTube and Twitch, but now it's just Twitch. So for those of you guys that are watching this tomorrow or the following day, hi, YouTube land. And sorry we missed you tonight because of... So I haven't fired up this platform in a while, and we are actually not in AO Mecha Live right now. We're actually in a revised version of Mecha Pew Pew, which uses a different system altogether. Too much to go over that, but again, I'm just very, very excited to be here. We have an array of amazing guests joining us tonight. They're from all over the world. They're also past guests from AO Mecha Live as well, and I've gotten a chance to know a lot of them in great, detail. It's like now I know exactly where they sleep and what they smell like when they're dreaming. So that's always good. It's always great to have such amazing people come back and talk with us. We have a lot to catch up with. Also, this show, guys, don't forget, is powered by our wonderful sponsors. USA Gundam Store has been very, very generous in letting AO Mecha thrive and grow. So I just want to say big shout out to Ryan. Adam Ryan from USA Gundam Store. Adam has been working diligently with his team to make sure that everybody is getting their Gundams, their materials, and all that stuff. I know there's been a very big backlog of shipments and all that stuff for everybody, but that's because we are still in a pandemic. So guys, just be patient. They will be coming, and just give them, some support as well, because like they definitely need it. Everybody is very stressed right now, but we are trying to make sure that everybody gets their kits, their tools, as fast as possible. So big shout out to Adam over at USA Gundam Store. Thank you so much. And again, don't forget to, when you check them out at usagundamstore.com, save with my discount code AO Mecha 10. Also, big shout out to Jonathan over there at MSMN Studio. Jonathan and Kaz recently has partnered up with AO Mecha for the Canada side. They're located in Montreal, but they ship across Canada, which is amazing. They have an array of awesome model kits, P-band dies, materials, tools, and so much more. Again, I think they're celebrating also, I think they're 1 year recently as well, because like when I started this, it was maybe like 6 months after they started, which is, I don't know. Everybody is celebrating something, and hopefully you guys are celebrating the weekend. Happy Saturday to everybody tuning in now on Twitch. Hi, everybody on Twitch. And again, I'm very, very sorry that I didn't get a chance to get the YouTube up and going. So we're going to have to make do on this. What else do I want to say? It's been an awesome adventure the last year with AO Mecha Live, having backlog builders. I've gotten a chance to build some amazing kits that I would probably not have touched. Hopefully you guys are inspired and motivated to build the kits that you have bought for yourselves. And yeah, just continue building and creating, never give up. And also, hopefully you guys are also catching the backlog, not backlog, feature builder and Spotlight, which was recently renamed Spotlight, to tune in and meet some amazing people that I had a chance to chat with the whole year. We've chatted with some of the great, amazing pros and also the up-and-comers, which is like, it's important to show that there's multiple levels of people enjoying the hobby, and multiple people, although not multiple people across the world are enjoying things that you enjoy as well. So again, thank you so much for all the past guests for collaborating with AO Mecha Live, and hopefully we could collaborate again in the future. Like this stream's episode, it's going to be packed with some of my various friends from various stages of the whole year, and I'm very glad they've agreed to show up. And I'm just happy people showed up in here, to be honest, man. I've been feeling so lonely the last couple of days. Let's see. Our first guest, who do I want? It's so hard to choose, and they're all in the lobby right now. They're all playing the Russian roulette game right now, and they're looking at me. They're like antsy. I love it. I love it. I love it. But before we get to that, I just want to say hi to people on Twitch. Let's go say hi to people on Twitch real quick here. I see Rani. I see Kyle. Welcome, and congratulations on your daughter's graduation. That was awesome. Let's see here. Okamichi Factory is here. Yeah, my boy Harry is here. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much. Rani as well here. Delta Saber. Let's see here. Gunpla is Simon Lamb here. So I'm awesome. And Sniffer is here. Tigress is here. Guys, so for those of you guys that are on chat, and unfortunately no one is at YouTube right now because I'm trying to port everybody from YouTube over. If you are chatting, your name is entered for a prize of $50. One is Canadian, one is US. And if you are in Canadian, hang on, let me rephrase that. There's two gift certificates of $50 each. $50 Canadian, $50 American. And they're going to be for people that are on the chat. So basically, if you're on the chat tonight, I see your name. I'm going to get your name written down. One name per entry. And we're going to put that on a raffle for you guys to win that prize. So those are contributed by our sponsors over at MSMN Gunpla Studio, as well as USA Gundam Store. So I'm excited. So hopefully you guys are excited now. Now that we put some money on the table, we're going to put some real talk in here. All right, let's bring out one of our first guests. You know him. He's Flex McGee. This guy, we had him on the show the other day. It was great. This was maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. Gunpla Joey is going to be joining us. Let's bring him in. Hey, Joey. Flex McGee.
Hey,
my God.
Hey. What's going on, buddy?
Oh,
how are you doing?
I am stressed beyond belief. So everything leading up to the show, you already see me in the background, like kind of like zooming in and out. Everything that could have gone wrong at the beginning of the show, and I've been waiting for that for almost a whole year. The perfect storm. Yeah. I'm talking about the freaking everything going wrong. We can't go live. Mic is wrong. I am blessed that it happened right now because, man, I was waiting for it. Happy birthday
well, look,
to
you
me.
say it in every one of your live episodes, buddy. It's live. Anything can happen. So,
That's
I mean,
right.
you just make it work, and you did. So you did a good job. Cheers.
Thank you for that. And I got to get my drink on, too. So, yeah, it's going to be a chill night tonight. And obviously, guys, thank you so much. We're going to get back to you with more talk in a bit. But, like, what are you having there anyways? A red? Rosé? What do you got?
It's a red. It's actually barefoot. It's a wine that's made in North Carolina, which that's where I'm at.
Nice.
And
nice.
This is barefoot strawberry Moscato.
Ooh, awesome stuff. Good choice. We're gonna
in there, buddy.
That's it. I'm having a Mill Street organic lager, so I have a lager tonight. Because like they've run out. I'm
a lager fan.
Nice. So,
you know,
we got to try this again when you're here. Like maybe come visit in Toronto and we'll do it up, man. I'll just drive some down for you.
I would love to. Let's go to Ubisoft together, please.
Absolutely. I'll ask one of my friends to give us a tour. All right.
Awesome.
Let's bring in our next guest. I'm going to pick a random here. Let's go with somewhere from the future. We have Chris Lim joining us, the Saintism. Chris, good morning. Your mic is off. Yes! Everything that could go wrong is going wrong.
Sorry. Yeah. Good
there
night,
we go.
Ariel.
Hey, Chris. Welcome. Glad we could hear you and glad we could see you. And thank you again for doing this. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, doing all right. We've been under lockdown here for like last 2 weeks, so you know, bit of more freedom now. But yeah, it's
Okay, well, yeah, no, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we got a chance to chat again. We had Chris over at Spotlight earlier on, towards the early part of this year, or not this year, this season 3. So we're gonna chat with him a little bit more. Let's bring in our next guest. Ooh, let's go West Coast. Let's go West Coast on this one, guys. You know him, you love him. Michael Rinaldi joining us. Mike, how's it going?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing? Hanging out here in
All
Portland.
right.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, doing all right. Thank you again for coming tonight. It's always a pleasure having you on the live shows. And man, I'm so glad that we're gonna have an array of various builders, people, friends. We're gonna chat a whole bunch of stuff tonight. So this is going to be a crazy night, guys. I think. Okay, we're gonna circle back more with these guys. Let's bring in. I want to go far again. Let's go far. Let's go Hawaii. Taz Gamble. How's it going?
What's up, Ariel? Congratulations on 1 year on YouTube. I know we're only on Twitch tonight, but when this goes live on YouTube, congratulations for 1 year.
Thank you so much. And Taz here, an amazing builder, spokesperson for your mind. No, seriously, sometimes I look at things and I'd ask myself, what would Taz say about it? And he would probably go, well, guys, if you're thinking about this. Love all your videos so far. Amazing work with your channel. And again, I'm looking forward to chatting with you a bit more tonight and getting to know you and getting to know these guys a bit more. But someone who I've known for a while, this guy, seriously, man, you probably know him. Yeah, I know, right? Unfortunately, we've known him for way longer than it is. GBWC champion 2019, because I keep saying that because he's the last one. We haven't had our GBWC. We're gonna have a GBWC talk as well in this mix. I think it's gonna be fun. All the way from Toronto, one of my close friends, good friends here, Nicolas TEJADA Sanchez is joining us. Nick, how's it going?
Hey, I just want to say that I've been on the lobby waiting for so long drinking.
He's so drunk right now,
I think I'm drunk right now.
It's like his third strawberry margarita.
Strawberry margarita.
So,
holy cow.
What's he drinking?
So
What is it?
it's Bailey's, but it's pink.
Pink Baileys.
That's it.
So happy birthday, Ariel.
Thank you so much. And yeah, Nico, how are you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm tipsy as hell.
All right. Well, guys,
I'm kidding. I'm good. It's awesome to be here surrounded by all these amazing builders. And good to meet you, some of you that I don't know. So it's great.
You know everybody. So we have a ragtag crew here, and I wish I could play the Avengers theme song. I forgot who coined it earlier on, if it was Taz or Joey that mentioned. That was Joey. Like, we should have an Avengers theme song.
Because, it was Chris. I think it was Chris.
Was it Chris?
I don't think that was me, but that is
I think it was
idea.
Chris.
I love how Joey is just like, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. So we all know who's gonna backstab us later on in the mission. Just keep that in mind, guys. But yeah, no, It totally was planned. I've been putting together a team to do this show with us. So that's what's happening. But before we get too far into it, let's do some YouTube, some Twitch chats here. I just want to say hi, like just putting in some of what's happening on chats here. We see Delta Saber. I see Tigers here. Owen as well, both from Texas. I see Kyle as well. Chiquito, awesome. Yo, Choco Falcon is in his house. David, how's it going? Simon Lamb is joining us. Randy again here. Oh my God, lots of people, guys. Thank you so much. There's a comment here from Neon Wave asking, what is it, Nico Tipsy? I'm disappointed. I'm already on Mars after a drink, a concoction of my own creation, drinking it from my Neo Zero glass.
I always been a lightweight. So a lot of my friends when I was younger, actually, they will be very jealous of that because we were young in university, so we didn't have a lot of money for alcohol.
Nico's
so
a cheap
we will run out of alcohol, and everybody will be sober except me.
That's it. I am the lightest of my friends. Are like small. Like all my friends are usually like taller, like than me, and then they could drink me on like no tomorrow.
Yeah, most Canadians can drink. Native Canadians can drink a lot.
You know what?
Oh my God.
We should do now a drinking game every time Ariel says "Holy cow."
Holy cow! No, let's not. Holy cow!
We'll be done in 5 minutes.
But let's kick things off.
Everybody
guys,
out there,
if you guys have it, cheers to you guys if you guys have them. Again, welcome to the show. This is a anniversary special, and we're just gonna hang out tonight. So, guys, if you guys have, I'm gonna drink too. Oh my God, I need to slow down. I've been so excited. The adrenaline, seriously, has been pumping since like 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock, I was putting together video. I'm putting together the graphics. I'm putting together all this stuff. Went for a shower, came back. The video was still not done cooking. Sending these guys the links. And then there was some technical issues and all that stuff. But I'm glad we're here. We're going to be talking and doing talking. We're going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff during the show.
Holy cow.
Holy cow, guys. If you guys do have any questions, don't forget to write question. And then it will follow by your message. That way we could ask any one of the following people, our guests tonight, or myself. You could direct it to us. There's a no holds barred open. We are cutting all the red tapes tonight. We're going to go where no streamer Gunpla. Actually, we've gone all over the place. There's almost nothing to do anymore, to be honest. If you look at all the Gunpla reviews, tutorials, DIY. So this summer, I'm gonna hold a battle royale, like the Japanese version battle royale, not the Hunger Games version of Builders, and we're gonna call it I don't know, like the Builders Highlander. I don't know what.
Holy cow!
It's good.
Holy cow!
Holy cow! There could be only one.
Holy cow!
We're gonna do a series of elimination with crazy contraptions. Okay, here's a question: if we were to do a battle royale, you have 30 amazing builders from all different levels. You got Guy that's snap fitting all the way to Nico with this like black and white, rustic look, kit bashing Star Wars, which looks weird, but. What are some of the rules that must have in a battle royale? Let's start with that, man.
If we had to do a battle royale, I'm gonna pull this one from Anchorman and say nothing at the face.
That's a good one. I'll accept.
Because we gotta see our beautiful faces the whole time, right?
Okay, that's fair. Anyone else?
Nothing below the waist. You could
just mean nothing below the belt either, right?
Below the belt too.
You can't go below the belt either.
Okay. Just the batting box.
Okay. So you could disable any of their equipment, like their compressor, for Nico's case, an air can, or spray can.
My finger then.
The airbrush fingers. And what instead of like areas becoming smaller, it becomes the deadline fastly approaching. So
yeah.
Suddenly the clock moves up 10 minutes.
Oh my god! I know, right? Like every time, and then every time you hear a bang, it means the person did not finish their build or something broke on their kit that they cannot complete. And then the final stage would have to be two things. One is the posing for people to see it in person, and number two would be photography, which will be like if they don't have their camera ready or whatever, they just get nixed. I think it's gonna be a fun game. We're gonna choose 30 people slots. I'm gonna have the rules gonna be secret, or what we could do is I'll just randomly invite 30 people, and I know 5 will accept, and then we'll have a 25-man open seat for everybody else.
Send out golden tickets to people.
Yeah.
If you get a golden ticket, you go.
Just slip them into boxes when they send them out with USA Gundam or MSN. Just like
Yeah.
going out.
Yeah. Oh, random
That's a
ticket,
good
whoever
idea.
buys it. Okay. That's it.
Does the winner get to go to Ariel's house?
They get to host AO Mecha Live for Backlog Builder, and they can build whatever they want and host Spotlight as their winning as their winnings. Yes.
Nothing's edible in Ariel's house, though.
No, it's all liquid drinks here. That's it. So since last time we spoke, I mean, everybody must have done some stuff, something more than that. So we're gonna go, I guess, from the
More than
furthest from the. We had something. You must have been done something. You gotta do something. So one of our earliest guests here, the first guest in the show, was actually Nicolas TEJADA Sanchez. And Nico, man, it's been almost a year since we did our first episode. Do you remember the show? And what are some of the stuff you've been up to since then?
Yeah, it's amazing how Ariel has used me as a guinea pig for all his video adventures. Every single of his new projects, I'm the first one.
That's right. It's called cheap labor, affordable labor, affordable labor. That's it.
What have I done in a year since that?
It looks
Pretty
like
much the same.
Nice.
Oh yeah, a pandemic happened, and I you know what? Actually, because of that, I rediscovered my addiction to video games. So I've been playing that a lot.
What games have you been playing the most then?
Oh, I started playing The Witcher. From that, I moved to Assassin's Creed and played most of them.
Joey's approving that one. We got some gamers in the house here. I know Joey's been playing, has played and loved Assassin's Creed. Show me that flex arm right there. I see that on the boom. We got some Assassin's logo happening there. And then
it is pretty cool. I like the games, and every now and then I try to build. I'm taking so long doing the Barbatos that I'm doing right now that it's not even funny anymore.
Oh my god, that's it. Okay, thanks for sharing that. Let's go to I guess the second one would be RINALDI. Michael, you've been in the episode one towards the season one of the latter half, but again, thank you so much for that episode. A lot of people are still messaging me about it. Hopefully, the book line is being a success. I know you've mentioned there were some new releases as well. Why don't you just catch us up? What have you thought of the show from before, and where are you at now, man?
Yeah, I was going to say, well, I've moved since then. So I'm finally in a facility. I've got an office where I can actually, do some production work. I think when we talked, I was like in my living room.
Yeah. I remember the sliding door, your barn door from before. Too.
Yeah. No, it was like a studio apartment. So it was pretty crammed. So this is the first time in a long time, maybe 10 years, I've actually had like a dedicated office. So
that is awesome.
That's pretty cool. And that's what's been taking up a lot of my time, setting all this up and got my little stuff everywhere. So the books are coming. A whole bunch of them actually. We're reprinting all the old stuff and then a bunch of new ones. So this year, the next 4 months, about a dozen are coming. So there'll be. I think we're going to reprint the Gundam book and some other stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations on your new move, man.
Yeah.
And hopefully, cheers to that, man. That's
cheers.
a beat on that,
Yeah.
man.
Salud.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun night tonight. Awesome. We're gonna circle back with Michael in a bit. Let's go to I guess Chris, you're on deck. How's it going, man? It's been a good couple of weeks now since we last spoke.
Yeah, it's only like a month, right?
I know, right?
Yeah.
How you been, man?
Yeah, I've been alright. So what's happened since then? Built 2 kids. So I did a Sinanju Stein, Built my goddamn gin. Where's yours, man?
Okay, so I've accepted Chris's collaboration offer, and we're supposed to paint the gin together. And I'm so behind on that one just because of everything. I'm horrible at time management, as everybody probably knows by now. But it will be
It's
painted
okay,
this summer.
Ariel. I totally understand.
Thank you. So excuses aside, it's coming along, Chris. You'll see the painting soon enough. I promise
Don't
before
tell
end
me
of
for
summer.
too long, man.
When he takes it out of the box.
Yeah, it's actually snapped. It's okay. It's not here, but like it's snapped. I just have to like apply the colors. I have the colors. I just haven't painted it yet.
So in other words, you have to paint it.
Yes, I have to.
No, he has to pull it. No, he has to pull it apart first. So
Just a
the
couple
snap part doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's almost done.
Totally unbuilt.
He's close, guys. He's really close.
Let's see here. I didn't notice that Michael has a what? Have tattoo? Yeah. Oh, they just
me?
noticed there some artwork. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, the whole arm. Yeah, it's there. It was there last year too when we talked.
Yeah.
I've done nothing in a year. No ink, no nothing, because with the lockdown we can't get ink either. So
right,
I put all my
because it's
tattooing on hold.
Or you could have learned how to tattoo yourself.
Right? Yeah, no.
Never do
No,
that.
I'm a dude. I have like no pain threshold. You
Oh
know.
my God.
Oh, that'll be very good.
Oh man.
it's
But I'm
pretty
glad
cool.
that and everybody's still safe and healthy. And again, it's important to be mindful of.
Fully vaccinated. Ready to go.
Oh, you're fully awesome, and you
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
did way ahead of ours right now. I got my first
Yeah,
one.
we actually did that good.
Yeah, you guys actually did all right at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Shit.
oh my God, man, I can't wait to travel and stuff. So I definitely want to see all you guys in your natural habitats. So that's going to be a thing. Up next on that one, I believe it was Joey. It was kind of after. This was maybe 3 weeks ago. I think in a weird sequence. So Joey, I know, like again, when we were building the show, very stoked. That was, I think, what you said was the first live experience you had on
Ever.
anything on ever.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
was that like? I kind of want to hear your feedback on like what was it like, and what did you do afterwards?
Well, you know, I have a bit of an ego, so my head went from this to like this. But no, I mean, it was fun. We had a good time. I honestly, there for a little while, forgot that it was even live because me and you just had so much chemistry that we just kind of did a show.
Love
We
at
were
first
just
sight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're going
Yeah,
steady
yeah.
now.
Me and him were just having like this like, love ballot throughout the whole thing, and everybody else disappeared.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why Ariel's all dressed up.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm
Yeah,
drinking wine?
Just for
Exactly.
it's like he's going to the prom.
I
It's like
never
he's going
drink
to the
wine.
prom.
This is special for Ariel.
Oh my God! Thank you so much for that. I know you've been
But
busy.
yeah,
Yeah.
the 3 weeks afterwards, as you know, I kind of had a bit of a hard time. Work really ramped up. If you guys are aware of like the whole east coast of the United States, Colonial Pipeline, which delivers gasoline from pretty much the entire east coast, went down because they got hacked by a cyber attack. Well, that made my job ramp up about 300%. So I worked like 12 to 14 hours for 20 days straight in a row.
Dang.
I
Yeah.
didn't get to do anything.
Yeah.
But this week was I did make a I'm back video, which did ridiculously well on YouTube. I don't know why, but I made an I'm back video, and then next Monday I did finish the Goku, which is completely painted in SMS paint. Scott Taylor, if you're watching.
Yeah, Scott, if you're in there, what up?
Yeah, but completely painted with SMS paints. Finished that up. Got to do a photo shoot kind of with that. Add a couple photos at the end of the video, but that video should be good on Monday.
Nice.
It'll be my first hit since all that mess happened. So.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Congratulations. And again, I know it was a hard couple of weeks for you, and you pushed through it, which is important, man. And keep.
That's all we can do, man.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, and
Yeah.
I had just finished my heavy weapons system for the real grade new whenever like all that went out. Like literally, I did the show with you. The next day, my video went up for that, and then boom. So,
That's a nice set.
The cojones on this guy. Yo, I'm the next big thing. Not that I'm back. I'm here to stay, baby.
here's stay.
Awesome stuff. And again, we're going to talk more about everybody's future projects in a bit. Let's go all the way. I've never met a person that is from Hawaii, like chat with them in any format. So having met Taz from Hawaii was definitely a pleasure. We did a show with him, spotlight episode a couple of weeks ago, and again, I click with all you guys, which is great. I'm glad that you guys are exactly who I imagined you to be, except for Nicolas TEJADA Sanchez, because I know what he smells like when he's sleeping. And Taz, how's it going?
I'm good. I'm good. It's awesome to be back. It's good to see everybody again. It's funny because my show was right after Joey's show, and so I got to tune into his and catch his live. And him and I have been chatting. We've been talking a lot since I did my show, so it's been kind of cool seeing what he's been up to and everything. It's cool to see his Goku. He's kind of giving me some sneak peeks. So I'm like, it's cool to have like a new friend that's making videos. It's like, oh, I get to see some sneak peeks.
And they're talking about a
We're
model,
cheating on
guys,
Ariel
not just his Goku. Awesome stuff. And also Taz, again, amazing guest and amazing POV. Your videos are very inspiring and motivational.
Thank you.
So keep at it. We're gonna have a big announcement later on towards the show. It's gonna be a fun one, and we're gonna get that covered. But yeah, so guys, thanks for sharing. What you guys have been up to.
Wait, Ariel. What about you? What have you been up to for the past year?
What have I been up to for the past year? My God, that is such a crazy question you should ask.
I'm totally not shoehorning that in right there. Like, oh my God,
that was. Oh my God, I have to kind of think back on this one. I think it all started with my first Gundam that I did for a contest. So Build Off was one of the first contests that I did. That I painted a kit with a nice fade and did proper techniques. It gained quite a number of views. Apparently, this is my best work to date, according to Andrew Hilton Wig, who's a very big critique guy, and I love his POV. This thing reached a whole bunch of social media platforms that I've never even heard about, especially in Asia. Which I got contacted by a news channel to be a feature there. So for 15 minutes in Philippines, I was on national TV talking about Gunpla, and this is before I even started streaming. The notion and idea of doing a stream was just becoming into fruition. But so this is my webcam on my laptop. But you know what it was? That thrill of being on a live thing and people are watching you. It was such an exhilarating experience that you know what? I think I could do this. I think I could talk to people and not make a fool out of myself too much, or make a fool out of myself. And you know what? It's still going to be entertainment. So I went and put together a little, this is my first streaming station, guys.
That's awesome.
Look how pro this is. So if you guys have not seen, my show.
I don't even know what to say to that, Ariel.
Look how okay. First off,
it's like punishment in a corner. Like, what are you doing?
So
is that for a 4-year-old or something? It looks like something you get on
It's like the teacher sent you to go learn in the corner. Like, you go sit over there.
Like a dunce cap.
Right?
I didn't know what cameras what to buy. So yeah, get this. Everything here is recycled. The table is like my
mean out of trash.
That chair is actually broken underneath. See this little thing out here? It's all coming out. This one
You're driving around town stealing shit.
Hey, it's stealing if it's on the curb for free.
Well, that's perfect.
It's already on the curb, okay?
I can see a raccoon underneath that chair, right?
It came with the chair. It's my new pet. So the office is also downsizing, and I saw this in the trash. So all it was missing was a hard drive, an optical drive. Some of the USB still works. I
all
put
it was
together
missing
that.
was power, lens,
Holy cow!
light bulb.
Look at the setup. This is like the perfect I'm like a ransom video. How to make a ransom video?
Right?
101. So from there, I moved it outside because like Michael was on my ass, and this is the first setup of where I was building. Right. So this is now this is my spray booth that I also built from scratch. You see wood. Lights that I picked up from the trash. It still works. You just need to put new light on it. So I did buy a new tripod, and we're still using that. So after learning about you should use a camera instead of a webcam, this was like the setup. So this camera became the secondary, and that is the first part of like the dual, system where like it's a face of me and what I'm doing at the bottom. But again, it's still early in the stages. I'm learning OBS, and I'm like, oh, cool. You see one thing, and then this is what people see. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm just like, the learning experience on this is probably the most thing I could take out from the experience. But having this bar in the middle and you try to like work on stuff, not the best thing.
Yeah.
And also, look at my crazy stand here. It's a combination of a spray can, my vice, and then
you were so ghetto, dude. I love it.
Oh, that's
like
how I
the
have that
MacGyver
exact same webcam right now. I have that exact webcam in kind of a similar.
Yeah, so I wanted Nico to have a better webcam than his phone because anything is better than his phone. So he
gave me this shit.
So that's one, and the microphone I gave to one other guest that we had here, Quinn, if he's on the chat. So he's now the owner of that guy. So I've been upgrading throughout a while. So the first video, oh my god, I was so nervous. We have a clip of this, and I'll show you guys in a bit a couple of clips from season 1 and season 2. But as you can see, this is what Nico. Look, I know, right? Hey, I know what you're doing.
Right? I can see you. I'm watching you right now.
I have a particular set of skills.
A little bit of creepy vibe there, Earl, but it's cool, man. It's cool. We're all gonna start somewhere, right?
We all gotta start somewhere. This is the baseline.
Yeah, creepy Tinder videos. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
That's what he's very popular in the dark web.
Right?
By dark, I mean no lights, because like seriously, my light game was so off. So again, the lights I found at a dollar store. So basically, that's the black light you use for Halloween, and they were on sale. So it went from $1 to 75 cents, 25 cents times that by 2. It was perfect.
25 cents Canadian, by the way.
No.
Let's clarify that.
So it's basically free.
Right.
Jeez. Moving on. My first ever build was the RX-78. And again, we still use some of the regular tools. We'll need a nipper, and we'll need a hobby knife, and we'll need a model kit to do the show. Because without the hobby knife and the thing, we'll just pretty much rip them all and from their spruce, which is still good.
How many God hand nippers did you break before you moved on? Come on.
I'm ashamed to say I'm up nipper 5 right now.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I went through 2 and I gave up.
I have broken one.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I've never broken anything until I got those. I was like, oh shit.
Maybe we should do a panel of what broken you still have your broken tools, right?
I still have it.
Here, look! I even labeled them as old.
Oh,
because I got.
Yeah, I've got 2 Gundams as well. One's like the blunt one, which I use for shit.
Yeah, it's like the runner cutter or anything. So after a couple of episodes, I was also asked by Gunpla Network to do a live. It wasn't live. This one is my first recorded video podcast with Cody. And again, we talked for 3 hours, and I was like, man, why are interviews so freaking long? That's some bullshit. So I was after that, because he kept asking questions, and I'm like, my god, I'm never gonna have a show that's more than an hour. That's insane. So all my shows ever since then have been reaching 3 to 4 hours, which is fantastic. But again,
I remember when we did the first one that you will be rushing me, and I'll be like, no, I want to talk more.
Speaking of Nicolas Sanchez, yeah, he was the first one here, and this is
how short that beard is.
I know, right? Look at his eyes. Doesn't he go "Que pasa?"
Right? Hola, amigo. What's happening?
and this is like the old format, and I was like aiming for that whole Twitch streamer, video gamer kind of look. So look at this guy here.
Heroic pose there, buddy.
Black hoodie on, he's ready to go.
I love
Younger.
I like the Alf look.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I just aged myself by that Alf reference.
Jeez. And
So
Exactly.
Ario, how long after you applied to join KSI did you decide to start streaming?
so,
Dang.
wow. It was a short-lived stint. They actually gave me an audition. You know, it wasn't for me, and we had to go on our own separate ways. Okay.
Well, look who we are today.
Actually, circling back to Nicolas Tejada Sanchez's episode, that was episode 3. I got contacted, which I thought was a fan at the time. So this guy messages me. He's like, "Hey, I like your stream." And I'm like, "Oh, cool, thanks, man." You know, thinking he's like an audience, and he's like one of my first 5 audiences that watch the show, and it's been averaging like 2 and 3. So when I reached that 5, I was all giddy and happy and all that stuff. And he's like, "Yeah, I really like your show, man. You got like lots of potential." Oh, I'm really happy for that. And yeah, we were talking about the Natchin that I did as well during the show, and he goes, "Oh yeah, the Natchin." Somehow we started talking. It's like, "Yeah, that was our event." And I'm like, I looked at the name. I'm like, "Who the hell's Adam Ryan?" And it's like, "Yeah, I own USA Gundam Store." And I'm like, I kid you not, I wish I could find the text. I'm like, "No shit." What's my first reply to Adam? So,
Yeah, Adam's real low key. He just says, "Hey, what's up?" It's Adam. You're like, "Hey, what's up?"
But yeah, it's,
Even I knew who that was.
I didn't know at first, and then my jaw just dropped. I'm like, "Whoa, that's some big compliments from this." So we got talking, and basically, and a lot of people ask me this, like, "How did you get sponsored? How did you find sponsors, etc.?" My reply is not definite because it applied only to what I experienced. But I did not look for any sponsor or anything like that. I genuinely just wanted to see what streaming was about, and can I do it with the gear that I found and fixed. Found and fixed was the theme of what I was doing. And with Adam, he just goes like, you know, we talked. He said there was potential, and he's like, "Yeah, like keep it up, and you know, USA Gundam Store will back you up." And to me, I think that was the push I needed to, like, you know, say to myself, "Hey, we could elevate from here. This is cool. People are noticing, and you know what? For as long as like I reach one person saying, 'Hey, you could do this,' and I see potential," to me that meant a lot. And hopefully in return that the show that I'm putting out to you guys, you know, help you guys keep motivated, keep inspired, and doing your thing. So this is the announcement. I seriously, like, I took a screenshot at 6 hours in after they made a big announcement of this one. And it's like my first ever holy cow moment. So yeah,
Whoa, holy cow!
Holy cow!
Holy cow!
I don't say it that often. I don't say it.
I think that was 4 already.
I didn't have it in sequence, but this was the episode. I think after this that I got that message from him, and there's this
Nico's
particular
hand.
yeah, Nico's hand.
I love the close up of my hand.
It's been a recurring theme.
Yeah, like
yeah, like the super mysterious Mysterioso.
Yeah. Like
Wow,
the
your
black
accent.
Yeah.
This model kit is, I think, the first time we met each other as well, right? Like with this contest.
No.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was. Anyways,
that was
this,
the second.
this is we're gonna change the history right now. This is when I first met Nicolas Tejada Sanchez, because the first time he did
It
right.
was the second time. I met you the year before that.
Oh, jeez.
So what we're learning here, Ariel, is he knew you didn't know him.
Well,
Oh no! I'm not a
the
super
next,
fan.
the next scene.
No, I'll tell you this. You will know if Ariel's in the room because he canceled both by end and announcing himself. I remember that's how I noticed him.
You just hear
When he
going
came
down
in,
back
like-
in the room.
Oh, God. So since USA Gundam, allowing us to grow, I also grew the studio a little. So I got rid of the spray booth that we've been doing. I added some new lights,
You put it
a
back in
new
the
arm.
crate.
Yeah, well, it was not mine anyways. It was
Oh, so that's why you're sleeping in the
Give it back
so
to the
now
neighborhood
that's why
kids.
you're sleeping in the kitchen now.
it's someone's home that I took. So
That's why you're sleeping in the kitchen now.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've just been squatting for the past year.
I pay some rent somewhere. Sometimes.
Somewhere.
So again, it's still kind of like in the whole upgrading. So there's like,
always
I do have an iPad. There's now a top down here, but I also picked up another camera with the ring light because I don't know how to attach the light to the top of it because like I didn't want to splurge $5 more for the for the shoe. I did splurge on the monitor, so all the resources went to the monitor on this one.
Just so you can see yourself.
Yeah, vanity.
Yeah.
Right?
I thought I was conceited.
Oh, you were so wrong.
This is around mid-season 1 that we did this update here. And this is what it's starting to look like. So from where we were before, you could see my beautiful uncut fingernails. It's great.
God, it happens.
Nobody.
You have to cut your fingernails now.
Exactly. Oh man, I hate that. Like sometimes I'm
You
like,
should bite them and make them as jagged as possible.
oh my god. But yeah,
Oh,
like,
that means that you cannot use your Freddy Krueger hands anymore.
no.
Yeah.
So with the upgrades, if you guys are interested in streaming, definitely invest in your gear. And I think that's the message that I've learned from this. If you have the resources, and it will take time to build up, especially if you need to save up. But you know what? When you look back into things like what I'm doing right now, I'm glad that I did take that time to invest in the equipment because then it gives that higher caliber show or video or presentation you want to give to the people that are watching. And this is again not more so for me. It's like people are going to be watching this, so this is a symbiotic kind of like project between myself and the audience. So. But forget that. Let's keep upgrading. For you too, though. Yeah, exactly. So this is now season 2 of the show, and I've moved my work PC was over here, and where I was streaming was somewhere back this way on a different table. So now I have 3 monitors set up. I have a bigger desk, more lights. Season 2 became a little bit awesome because I could move around, and I think space is very, very important. You got to make sure that you know where your gear is at, how much room you have, because room takes up. All the other stuff takes up room so fast.
Room takes up a lot of room, bro.
Yeah, when you
go to the washroom. When
you room, you have to put a room.
It's hopeless, Ariel. Nothing's getting through tonight, dude.
That's why you're sleeping in the garage now.
We went from the kitchen to the garage.
Balcony. It's called balcony. But
from the kitchen to the balcony.
We've got so much room for activity.
I know. I have more room to make room for rooms. It's crazy that way.
You make a bunk bed?
Not yet.
It comes from the wall.
It's still space, all right. It's usable space.
Oh, God.
He sleeps like a bat.
Oh my god! I sometimes don't even sleep. That's like
he just hangs from a.
No, Ariel. All of these we've seen so far. Is this before the immense backlog?
Yeah.
Where are the pictures of that?
In the washroom.
He's just taped them to the ceiling. That's because that's just all the space he has left. So it's just like, what do I feel like building today? Oh, that one.
It just drops. No, one of these days I'm just gonna press a button, something will drop from the top.
He's just making that look nice. That he's also surrounded by a fort of boxes.
Yeah, to see, or is that just a sniper gun in your pocket?
Oh.
I'm just happy to see all of you guys. That's what it is. Earlier on in season 3, MSMN Studio, Gunpla Studio, partnered up with AO Mecha for the Canadian side. So for my Canadian friends, this is more support. And yeah, they do amazing things with their store in Montreal, even in the pandemic. They've managed to send out a whole bunch of their packages on time. And they're I guess my source of P Bandai in the north. So if you guys are in Canada, check them out. And again, big thank you for them. And it's just growing, right? So it's kind of cool.
I just put a new P Bandai order in.
I'm looking at the chat already. I gotta see what Neon Wave has just said.
What the hell is this saying? Like, where else was Canadian?
Leaving the name
He blew back. It was fastball.
I love how they all think Canadians are like Arctic, you know? It's not Alaska. Not all of it.
I did that.
But Toronto is cold, that is true. You guys have like an indoor mall to like shop in the wintertime because it's so fucking cold.
You guys
That's
don't?
Montreal. We
Okay. No, we do.
All you guys do?
Montreal, yeah, we do.
Yeah,
Montreal.
Toronto's got one.
Montreal is bigger though. We just have like a few tunnels.
No, where you live out in the boonies, you don't have anything, Nico. And here in the city, we do. I tried on a couple of videos as well. Season 2, again, coming back with that one. The hammer was a fun build, and I started going outside and taking photos with them. So ever since season 2, we go to the back alley of like the graffiti alley in downtown, and I've been using that as my backdrop. Because that's what you that's what
He
you
goes to
find
the
the
back
best
alley
photos,
with his
right?
camera and comes out with
Look
great
at the
footage.
pimples.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that's happy that RE100's dead? Or is it just me?
The what?
Wait, say that again?
I said, am I the only one happy that RE100 line is dead, or is it just me? Because that thing, I mean, could you put like HG joints in a bigger kit? Like, it like literally couldn't stand up. It was the dumbest thing ever.
You leave my Gushin alone. You leave my Gushin alone.
Season 2, we came back with Choco Falcon. I think he's on the chat, and I'm starting to open it up more to international guests because, like, I think most of my guests from season 1 were roughly within the North America or both Americas and Canada. So it was kind of good to reach an international guest more so moving forward. And again, with you guys here, Chris and Taz, different parts of the world, Hawaii and Australia. It is an amazing feel to like really connect with builders.
It's not RE100.
Yeah.
Neon.
we'll
Full mechanics, I think.
Also, Gun Primer.
Less stalker pose right there, Ariel.
Yeah. He's still got the really, really firm mouth though. Like
How about now, Chris?
Dude, that's like nightmares right there. That's so bad.
He's holding the tiles that he used in his washroom.
Oh. The Gun Primer stuff was pretty good. I wish we used more of it in the show, but I can't find them because I've been giving them away. But yeah, Gun Primer out in Korea totally hooked us up with a whole bunch of stuff for the show, and it was awesome with them. And again, like getting people to help out with the show really, help validate that, like, hey, it's going the right path forward, and we just got to keep going. So yeah.
Well, if you're having a 1-year anniversary, you're doing the right thing, my friend.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Pay these guys enough, they'll show up to anything. So
hell yeah.
here is, and they're hourly guys. This is the first shot of the season 1.
Yeah, my Venmo account's on the hourly ticker.
Hey, I'm twice there.
Yeah, twice there because we had to do it again. My show was too short. All these guys have 2 hours, and I had only 1 hour. He actually came and bitched at me for being too short on it. So I'm like, all right, cool. After Rinaldi, we'll bump Bro Builder out, and we'll put you
Poor Brian.
right here, totally smack in the middle.
I think
So-
Brian's streaming over on Chris's right now on critical builds, right?
Yeah, exactly. So stay here, guys. But
Yeah, that's the other YouTube that's actually still working because Ariel's isn't working.
yeah, mine isn't working.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened to YouTube tonight. They just broke it, I think. And also, within that last one, I did a chance to collaborate with even more people with Mecha Pew Pew. So this one is still it's still ongoing, but like we're kind of taking a hiatus because John is busy and we're restructuring a whole bunch of stuff here. So, anyways, season 3 is on right now, and we're going strong still. We got a couple of more guests for the spotlight. We got a couple of more kits to build in Backlog Builder. I'll be taking a break around end of July, August, September, around that July, August. I'll be back whenever I feel like it. So
for my birthday. Thanks, appreciate that.
yeah, exactly.
I'll do what I want. It's my channel.
Yeah, right. God.
That was intentional.
That's a little bit of like my little journey. We're gonna get to the comments again, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in on Twitch tonight. Unfortunately, we don't have any capabilities over at YouTube because
Hey, where'd Chris
reasons.
go?
You can just
Just
cut
cut
it
this off. Just cut him off, man.
Right? I did also mention that I did some snippets from previous shows, and I think I was going to share that with you guys. So this is about like a couple of minutes of a little walk through memory lane. So I figured I'd share with you guys right now.
Hey, good evening, guys, and welcome to the very first episode of my live stream for AO Mecha Live. Thank you for joining us. My name is Ariel, and I will be your host tonight. Again, thank you for joining me tonight. And a little bit of background of what the show is about. For tonight, we are naming this as Backlog Builder. I am a backlog builder. By that, I mean I'm going to build some of my kits that have been in storage or just have not been built prior. So during the course of this episode, hopefully we get a chance to get to know a little bit more about the kit I'm building and interact with you guys over at the chat and check out your comments. So, hopefully we get some good show going tonight. So this is my first step. Several weeks have been, the last several weeks I've been practicing and kind of like fine-tuning a little bit of the video. Hopefully my audio and video is coming through straight. All of this is kind of like, I guess, the child of like being locked down during the time of quarantine. And I figured, you know what, since I am spending this much time, I figured I'd learn a little bit more about how to do streaming and how do I combine that with what I like, which is Gunpla and Mecha. So without further ado, why don't we go check out the arena and see what we are working with. So for our Hey, good evening, guys, and welcome back to AO Mecha Live. I'm Ariel from AO Mecha, and thank you for joining us tonight. Tonight, we have a little bit of a different episode for you. Instead of doing a live building, we are going to do a live interview. It's going to be a Q&A session with GBWC 2019 winner, NICOLAS SANCHEZ. You've probably seen his work all over the place, both in social media platforms such as Instagram and Facebook. So without too much to give away from him, I'd like to welcome you, NICOLAS, to the show. Why don't we go check out what's going on with him. Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Backlog Builder. My name is Ariel from AO Mecha. How's it going, everyone in Facebook land, Facebook Live, as well as YouTube Live? Let's see who has joined us tonight. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Season 2 of AO Mecha Live. Today we have an amazing guest. But before we get started with our feature builder episode, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has supported AO Mecha since day one, Season 1. We had such a blast with that, and I can't wait to do Season 2 with all of you guys all over again.
All right, we're back.
Aww.
That was a bit of memory lane. I know. So
it's crazy. It's crazy.
I love the bedroom
You can
voice
see-
one. Hey, we're gonna be building some Gunpla today.
Ariel, I have to say, I blame you, but I have drank an entire bottle of wine.
In the last hour by
in
himself.
the last time.
Yeah.
Well,
my
not
wife
by
is
himself.
Really pissed at me right now because that was her wine.
Oh
Are
no.
you tipsy like I am right now? And I had to just take a freaking washroom break.
Mm.
My
More
God.
in the last 2 years.
Oh, and you'll be happy to hear that my next build, which will be here next Wednesday, I'm going to incorporate orange in it just for you.
Amazing. I love it already.
Oh,
Instant
Joey,
win.
I wonder what it is.
What is it?
What is it? Let's yeah, so that's a bit of memory lane. You know, for those of you guys that have joined, you know, let me know what's your favorite moments, if you guys have any from the last year on the chat, which we're gonna start looking into. Again, apologize guys, like I'm also the operator of the chat on top of like presenting, so I'm again juggling a whole bunch of stuff. But thank you so much guys for tuning in. Let's see, I'm just gonna scroll back up. There's a couple of questions I think that was asked. Here's one. What's going on here? Question: how has the pandemic lockdown affected your regular building routines? I think that's a good general question for everybody. Can we do a roundtable on that one? That one's from Robot Kyle. Kyle,
Why don't we start with you, Ariel, since you are the guest of honor tonight?
what was the question again? How
many Gundams have you built, Ariel?
A lot more than what some would. It hasn't affected my regular building in a way. It's more affected my painting schedule because I find that like I'll build a lot, but my actual paint time has reduced significantly just because like I'm going to the next build for the show and all that stuff. My only thing, if people don't know, is just like, yeah, like I do have a day job. I do have other, you know, responsibilities, and it takes up some stuff. And I originally, I could spell excuses out the wazoo. All right, but no, painting kits has been something I like spending time to, and if I do it, it's like that's the only focus I'm gonna do. So if I am painting for a project or a contest, it takes up a lot of like time and effort. So I just want to put everything all off and make sure that I have time to do it. And that's the only thing really that affected me because like I'm more so building hasn't affected, but painting has. So that's how it has been for me. All right, Taz, your turn. Thanks for pointing that at me. This guy.
That's fine. It's interesting because when the pandemic hit, I actually wasn't even building yet. I kind of didn't really get back into building until about like, I want to say late June. I'm coming up on about a year since I kind of got back into it. And so for me, by the time like pandemic was really kind of into swing of things, I was moving and I got settled in. And so by the time I was like really settled in building, I was already working again. And so as far as affecting a regular building routine, I guess pandemic actually got me building again. So that's one thing I guess I kind of got out of it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other people probably feel the same way where, you know, pandemic hit and they're like, what can we do indoors? And they're probably like, oh, this looks pretty cool. Let's try it out.
Indoor activities.
Yeah.
That's it. Instead
kitchen room.
How about you, Nico?
Oh, it has been really bad. Actually, I was more productive when I was before the pandemic. Now, I've been playing a lot of video games.
He's just a gamer now. He's not even building.
You should be streaming. You should be
like
streaming
Nico,
your video game play.
But I actually had lately. I've been working on this too
Gamer
as well.
Sanchez.
He's my little bud. So.
Oh, nice. hang on. Let me put him on the big screen.
What is that? Hold on.
He wants to show off. There we go.
I call it the bug. This just started as me playing with just a whole bunch of leftover parts that I have here on my desk. And I don't know. Still don't know where this is going, but it's been fun.
I don't think anybody does.
To do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on social media. Yeah.
Everybody, yeah, probably everybody. You might have seen it.
Somewhere.
Maybe somewhere like Gunpla Network in all forums.
I just see him ripping kids in the Gunpla Builders tips and tricks. Just seeing him like, no, come on now, let's go.
I'm a whip for.
Let's continue the circle. Chris, how about you, man? How are things with the lockdown for you?
I think I've been one of the lucky ones. So I've basically been working at home for like a bit of a year now. So what I do is like I do my painting during the day and then I work late into the night, just like make it up. So last year was pretty productive. I got like 20 out. So Yeah.
I was gonna say your jacket right now is throwing me off. Like we're scorching hot, like plus 30°C here, and you're like in like full winter fighting gear right now, man.
Yeah, it's freezing here, man. Well, probably not freezing by Canadian standards, but it's pretty cool.
It's like, oh, that's cute.
Everything below -5 for me is freezing.
Nice.
Last year I managed to finish 2 kits, so that was good.
That's okay. Let's go up, Joey. How about you, man? How's it going, brother?
The pandemic, to be honest, kind of started my channel because I started the channel literally right before it, and then whenever the pandemic hit, everybody was stuck inside watching YouTube. So I guess everybody kind of it was easier to get an audience with YouTube at that point because everybody was inside watching YouTube.
Captured audience.
So, yeah, so like, I think I got kind of lucky in that sense. And then it was right before the gyms shut down that actually Adam reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I like your stuff." Blah blah blah. So that happened, and I got like super pumped into it. And then the gyms shut down, so that pretty much made me put all my attention towards, doing what I really was hesitant in doing. Because like I had watched other YouTubers for like years and was like, I want to do that one day. Well, I didn't really have anything else to do after I got off of work, so I wanted to do that. So I started doing that. So the pandemic in a way helped, but then again, we have 2 little girls, and my oldest is in school. She was out of school, so things in that sense kind of got a little bit harder because, it just schooling was just a really hard thing to deal with. So, it has its ups and downs, but we made it through it. So, cheers to that.
Awesome. Cheers, man. Thank you, Flex McGee. And now over here to Michael. How about you, man?
I'm probably one of the lucky ones because what I do is built for the pandemic. I mean, I work from home. I live alone.
You train for this.
Yeah, this is like my golden years. Like I think I've snapped like 150 kits up in the last year alone. So,
oh my god.
I mean, not a lot of finished builds in terms of Gunpla, but I've done a lot of snapping and a lot of building.
Look at these hand muscles.
Nico, yours would just be thumbs though, and these two, these would be your fingers right now.
Well, the snap building.
That's actually the one. Wow! I spray cans with my.
Well, I had to learn. I think one of the big things, Joey, was I was coming from the historical stuff, which is just one color plastic, and you have to paint everything to what you guys do, and then how do you do the snap builds, and then how do you do cleaning, and how do you do weathered? Like I had to learn all that. So I think my interview with Ariel was the beginning days of that, maybe about that time. I can't remember. We were pre-pandemic, Ariel, or not?
Yeah. It was no, it was during pandemic already, so it was
was it okay? I can't remember.
We were like
that's the one. I don't remember the last year. If you're gonna ask me about the pandemic, I'm like, I don't know, like 2020
What's the
what?
outside?
I couldn't tell you what 2020 was like. So but yeah, no, I just finished that Verka, the high new Ariel from the other night.
Yeah.
So and I put on the Rage Nucleon backpack, and I put on the HWS system and the whole thing. So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
How are you liking Master Grades? Because I know you built a handful of them before, but like
they're fine. They just take a little bit, in terms of the painting and weathering. They're just so much bigger, that whole thing. But kits are fine. The Heine's pretty cool. It's like a 2014 kit, so it's older than you think.
Yeah.
But I like the colors. I do like the white and purple. Yeah.
The Nucleon one, did it come? It's not plastic though for the Nucleon. That's a resin. That's a resin kit, right?
No, it's injected. It's third party injected, but
okay.
It's like you're not taking it apart. By the way, if you guys are curious about the Rage Nucleon stuff, you're not unsnapping that shit. Like once it's together, it's so tight. Like you just break the whole thing trying to undo it.
That's why I never snap a kit first. That's why I never snap a kit.
So Nico and Chris over here, they paint build. So they don't put the whole thing together. They paint as they build it. And That boggles my
Yeah,
mind.
I would say that if you're gonna use it,
I would do that
yeah.
too, but because people like to see like the snap builds together before they kind of be, so you can do like a before and after for the videos. Like people can kind of see like, oh, okay, I can kind of see the difference, especially if they're not familiar with the kit. So like I've been watching a lot of other videos and picking up on some of the tips on how you can snap it together, but also still be able to take it apart without completely destroying it. But
No,
because
I have
completely destroyed
every
pieces-
single one that I tried to do that, I always broke something. So I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are all doing it wrong. The real answer to that is like, oh, everybody's scared of snap fitting. This guy's talking about videos and whip. You buy 3
I'm
of them.
afraid. I'm
okay?
I'm terrified.
You buy one to snap,
buy-
you buy one to paint.
Ariel buys
buy one
3
to
of
F up.
everything and then hoards them all to himself. The reason why
I
we have
have
a
horror
Gundam shortage
stories.
is because
I have
of him.
horror stories.
You're not
All right,
wrong,
let's
Ariel. That's
question
actually not a bad
chat.
way to go.
It is.
Yeah.
It is the pricier route, but it is if
Right.
you're a content
It's
creator,
a smarter
it is
route.
investment. It's a smarter route. Actually, it's funny. It leads to this question here from Randy. Question: who has more backlogs, Nico or Ariel?
Mm.
You can see mine. It's a total mess.
Genius at work.
His is
There
only
we
his
go.
is only building because he's just playing games all day now.
Wow, what's up, Chris?
Mine, I have to take the camera and walk us through the warehouse so we could go through all the.
Mine is like hiding
Okay,
like,
okay,
we have
right
time.
there.
I
It's like
Only
a
the
right
worst.
up in there.
Mystical, backlog.
it's there. We're cutting through. We're making progress. Okay, it's more progress we did this year than we did all of whatever year. How long I've been collecting. I think Nico has more than me for sure, and I'm gonna concede to Nico on that one. He wins.
I'm waiting for shipments to arrive. I literally have nothing to build.
How many are we
I'm all
talking
caught
about? It's
up.
like triple digits or what?
No,
I've crossed triple digits.
I've not. No,
Yeah.
not even
On what? On
Yeah.
what? On what?
Triple digits.
On money spent?
No, well, money spent. We're like a.
Oh yeah, money's
Let-
we're on 5.
let's-
my friend. We're-
let's-
there's a couple
let's not
zeros.
talk
There's
about
two
that.
zeros back there.
I lie about prices now, so my girlfriend doesn't get too pissed.
You do what she does to you, dude. Yeah, those shoes were like $50. Yeah, right. They're like 120.
I don't go like, no, it was on discount.
It was
Oh, you
actually
didn't see it, but my
Yeah,
wife.
it's my AO Mecha 10 discount at JCPenney.
Yeah, I know. Ariel gave it to me. He's sponsoring me.
I have so much kits and I had to sponsor this guy. It's like, Ariel, I want the Origins kit. It's always sold out, and I'm like, well, here's one. I just like pulled it out of nowhere. Like, here you go, man. 'Cause that's
Hey
what
Ariel,
I do now.
I want the high new Verka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're fresh out. We're fresh out, man. Sorry.
You're on the shop, buddy.
Oh man, let's a couple of questions here as well in the chat, guys. Thank you so much. I saw Chris Clippin' Nubs joining us earlier. Oh, he's still here. My beard weathered. Oh,
Your
my
what?
God. Beard, his beard weathered. Also, he was one of the feature builders that we had on the show season 2. Mecha Jamaica, all the way from Jamaica. It's Adrian.
Jamaica man.
Jamaica
Hey.
man is in here.
Salud.
Spider Prime 1969 here. Get ready for Battlefield 2042, Nico. I don't know if Nico is an FPS Twitcher. I don't
I
think
saw
he
that
can
trailer
work.
the other day, dude. That
Man.
thing looks insane.
Okay. The
I don't know
whole
what.
plane, like ejecting out of the plane and doing a rocket kill or a shot kill. That is actually from Battlefield.
You know, he got back into the plane too after that.
Yeah. So
I was more
There
impressed
isn't-
with that part.
Yeah.
Wait, what? How'd you get back into the jet?
What?
with the chair intact, it's like, ejecting yourself out without the chair. Magic.
That's true.
Okay, well, sorry, in
With the windshield that
2046.
opens forward.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Battlefield.
What is going on?
Are we jumping from planes?
No, we're not. We're too old for that, my friend.
Hey, you're never too old. I mean, look at Chris here. This guy is
I'm not
like
jumping
200
off.
years old. It's crazy.
Hey, I'm 43, but I still look 42.
Yeah, Tinder still
Yeah.
says I'm 36, so whatever.
Swipe right, ladies, or
Right.
men, wherever you are. Yeah. We don't know around here.
36 forever.
Actually, it's funny
What are
that
we
we do have a question for Mike here. If I were to get just one book for learning weathering, which one of your books should I get? The answer is all of them, but I'll let
all of them. They're
Michael.
all weathering books, dude. Like every single one of them. I don't know what you're into. Probably grab one of the tank art books if you just want like one that's gonna have like a lot of stuff in it. The tank art books are loaded. They're like 300 pages. They're huge. So yeah.
I always hear that from everybody. They're like, if you want to get into weathering, seriously, watch tank videos, and that'll pretty much tell you what you need to know.
Yeah.
Actually, all this season 3, Michael, at the end of the show, when I do the sponsor runs for MSMN and USA Gundam, I do a plug for your book in there. So,
No, I love it.
guys,
Thank you, brother.
if have not, yeah, man. No, the thing is, it's an awesome book. I finally got a chance to read most of them. Especially
You have to read them. There's a lot of words there. You actually have to read the book. Yeah.
What I like about it is that you do zoom in. Like I like the little clipettes where you like this is your thought process. It's not just like instructions anymore. It's thought process. So guys, I could attest that like if you picked up this zombie book by Michael, it is awesome. It's filled. I mean, they're all filled with amazing stuff. But like if you're into the mecha.
I think USA Gundam Store has everything. Like you can shop our book. You can shop the books on the USA Gundam Store and use Ariel's code, and you'll get discount.
AO Mecha 10, guys. Don't forget.
Yeah, any one of them. Yeah, any one of them will do you solid.
Yeah. But the tank one's awesome as well, and it's very thick and like muscular, so you're gonna have a good feel to it, guys.
Double C thick, baby. Look at that.
If you use his code, you get like a part of it.
Sorry, anytime I hear muscular, I have to do that.
Oh my god! Every time, okay, I'm gonna have to take a shot. Every time this guy flexes, man, this guy.
Every time he does that, I'm so happy that you can actually
flexing him up every time.
Every time he flexes, I'm happy that you only can see from his up and not the lower part. I can hide my belly like this.
We have a question here for question for Chris Randy. The Saintism stream on Twitch, because like this guy is full gear. I'm pretty sure if you turn off your house lights, all the LED kicks in, right?
Oh, by the way, I wanted to say that I'm a big fan of your
chair.
Photos.
Yeah, his chair's awesome. I love the setup, the colors.
So do I stream on Twitch? No, I don't. If I did, it'd probably just be video games because I don't know how to set it up to do. Like I don't know how to set it up so people can see painting and like works in progress.
I mean, you got the master right over here running 2 cameras and like 4 screens.
Yeah, you're right. Just ship like this season 2 setup.
Let's get that right because we also. Whoa, that's not it. Wrong camera. That was the photos I took from site.
Was that from that back alley again?
Reels on site. Yeah,
that's the basement where he keeps the victims.
That close to the back wall.
That's where he buries the victims.
That's where the freezers are located.
This is the other camera. So.
That's where the sex swing.
Oh, Jesus.
But because I'm using the Yeti, I have to like bring it with me. So it's
the Yeti.
Hey, did you fix the mic, Ariel, from the other night?
No.
So
it's still we're using this guy right now too. I don't know what it is. The thing is like that mic is more expensive than this guy here. So I'm kind of like rethinking life altogether right now. So I might not even stream anymore because this mic is not working. Crazy. But yeah, thank you guys so far on the questions here. Lots of stuff happening, guys. Thank you for porting over to Twitch because like YouTube totally kicked my ass tonight. Yeah.
All right, Ariel. Hey, Ariel.
Yes, Michael.
So if you could not live in Toronto and you had to pick another city to live in, where would you live?
Brampton.
Oh.
No one wants to go to Brampton. No one should live in Brampton.
No, it's got to be away from Toronto.
Yeah, it has to be away from Toronto. I'm very fond of Chicago.
It feels like it's away.
In regards to architecture, I thought it was really cool. Living there, and you could walk anywhere, and it feels like a very nice environment. Yeah.
Where again?
Chicago would be up there if it's within the North Americas, but like ideally around
wherever you want. No, man, this is your question. You're on the spot. Anywhere in the world but Toronto.
This is your question.
That's
Portland.
I know. No, the thing is, like, it's such a tie. Like, I wouldn't mind doing the Europe countries, but like Japan also hits me because then I'd be literally right there where the Gundams are or the model kits are being produced. Bandai.
Oh, but it's there's a lot of people.
There's a lot of
Everything
people.
I've heard about Japan
There's
is
a lot of
like,
people.
Oh no! Oh my God, people! You're right.
There's a lot of people.
What was I thinking?
There's a lot of people.
Like-
Toronto's like the fourth largest city on planet Earth.
No, like you walk in this when you walk the streets, you're like,
Yeah, but that's like, you know,
it's
12
dense.
p.m. at
It's very
Toronto, man.
dense.
That's like,
No. No, in Toronto you can walk and still do this and have space.
yeah, it's called social distancing. You're supposed to have space. Like,
No.
6 feet, sir.
6 feet, sir. Oh my God, that is a cool question. But yeah, Japan would definitely be up there. But if it's a Europe one, I did fall in love with Barcelona. I just don't like the food, but to live there, it would be really cool because like Spain is awesome in regards to the art. A lot of like really old buildings as well,
Yeah,
like
super cultural.
history, super cultural. And I didn't know how you know, to Nico's point, being in Barcelona in 2015, I've never experienced Europe before, and that was my first, you know, iteration of it. It can get very dense with people from all over. It's more multicultural there that I've experienced than I ever did in Toronto, which we were proud to be a, you know, obviously a multicultural city, but it was just so dense. And I totally forgot that each countries are literally half-hour flight away from each other, right? So you got people coming in from Italy, from Austria, from London, literally just for the weekend. And they're in a different country altogether. And to me, it was, I think that the whole siesta thing too was a very big influence. Wait, you guys sleep between 1 and like 5 p.m.? Get out of here. I started laughing.
Every day.
And then when I got hungry around 2 o'clock, I'm going like, well, who's open? No one. So that was interesting. Yeah, Barcelona or Japan, those are my choices.
Sweet.
Big time. Yeah.
Where would you like to go besides Portland?
Ooh.
Me? Oh
Yeah.
shit, that's a good question. Turning the tables, Nico, turning the tables.
I know.
Yeah, where would I like to live? Good lord.
Toronto.
Got it, because I actually like Portland, believe it or not. Don't listen to the news.
Oh, it's nice.
I haven't
yeah,
been to
probably.
Portland.
I really enjoyed when I was traveling. Belgium was a great country. That was one of the places I felt really at home with because they speak a lot of English. So they're very,
Really?
you know, like you can maneuver between France and Germany and the Holland, you know, and the UK. And I like Belgium a lot, and the food's excellent. Yeah, I'd go with Belgium actually because it's a little sleeper of a country that's pretty cool. If you've never been, it's awesome. Belgium's super cool.
Yeah, I want to definitely go back to Europe for sure when traveling is all available. Germany is on there, Austria, Switzerland, like the whole northern.
I'd have to go where they knew English because I'm terrible at foreign languages. I suck. So.
Bring
it
a
has
tour
to be
guide
English
with you.
or Spanish
Yeah.
for me.
All right, let's pass the ball. Let's keep us going. Your choice, Michael, because I went down. Or how are we gonna do this? Nico, pick one for someone.
Yeah, I don't know which side. Go Joey, go down to these guys. I don't know.
Yeah, go down on these
Enjoy.
guys.
Yeah, where were you?
Go down on these guys, Nico. Do it.
Yeah, no.
I go with Joey first, just because he's been flashing.
The stream.
those
The
cards.
stream's going. There it goes.
Go,
There it goes.
go.
All right. So what the question is, where I would rather live than here?
Yeah.
Anywhere but here.
That comes
That's the
from a
question.
deep place,
If
buddy.
you know anything about the United States in the last couple of years, it's not great. So, really though, I have my heart set on going to Ireland one day. I think that if I ever go to Ireland, I will probably never return. So I've never actually traveled outside of the United States, unfortunately. So I don't know what it's like to travel internationally yet. I just hope to one day come to see you, buddy.
That's right, Paz. That's right, Paz. We're gonna come see you, buddy.
Does Canada actually count? It's international.
Yeah, that counts. It's not United States. It still counts.
Yeah, it's a different country. It's a different.
Yeah,
Right. Sort of. Yeah.
It's different to ish.
If I have to have a passport to go there, that's it. But
Tim Hortons versus Starbucks.
anywhere like near Italy, something like that. And also want to go to Australia one day too. I don't think my wife is all down for the Australia thing because she thinks everything today is going to kill you. So
Especially Chris.
The logic on that.
That's why they're all dying in there, right? Snake bites, giant spiders, monkeys come out of trees and take
Fighting
the kids.
koalas. Let's think about that. Right? Fighting
What's going on
koalas.
down there?
I don't know.
Sure.
Chris, you tell us what's going on. Is it worthy going to Australia?
Crocodiles roaming the cities.
Yeah, it's pretty nice here.
What's happening in Australia today?
Cool, it's,
A lot of white sharks.
That too.
Yeah, we got sharks with lasers. Drop bears rain out of the sky.
Kangaroo burgers.
Well, and it just makes sense for me to go to Australia. My name is Joey, for God's sake.
Right?
Yeah, you should. You know what? It sounds like you should be petting crocodiles on some show.
Right?
Oh my god!
Nah, he just
have
holds
this
him up over his head.
crocodile.
Just holds it up
We have
over his
this
head.
alligator. I'm gonna touch it. That's it.
Do we have any more wine?
I think Joey's out of wine. I was just gonna say
I don't know.
he's looking for more to drink.
I'm ready for it.
He's literally like, "Yo, we got any more to drink?"
I'm so tipsy right now.
I know we have more wine over there. I saw that speech. Get it.
Yelling at him,
I need wine. All right, I've been cut off, guys. I don't need more wine.
right?
Jesus. A warning to Canadian Gunpla Joey. Canada isn't that much different from the US. Only difference is that our McD's is healthier. Yeah. We're nicer, not as populated, and we're a lot more insane. Wait, what?
We're nicer.
Which is weird. It's like you're crazier, but you're nicer.
We're crazy nice. You don't understand. You don't understand,
Great.
like, we're crazy nice here. Like, insanely nice. Like,
Nice,
psychotic
nice
nice.
your word.
In other words, the police come up and they're like, "Hey, we have to arrest you. I'm sorry."
Crazier and nicer.
It's like you can
They're
rear-end
happy.
somebody and they'd be like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry for being in your way."
Gunpla Stop is saying Canada is America light. Oh my god.
America Light. 50 calories per serving.
Easier to go down on, but yeah. So
Whoa!
He's married. Yeah.
not right now. He isn't. After taking that bottle of wine, he isn't.
I know. If she doesn't get me another bottle, I'm kidding.
She's like,
Beat his ass.
what? She's like, what?
So, if we lose Joey tonight, we all know why that happened.
Yeah, look. First 48, okay?
Oh my god. Let's circle this back. Let's go to somewhere friendlier. Chris, let's go with you, and then we'll finish off with Taz. Where would you want to go or live outside of where you are right now, which is West Australia, right?
East.
That's what I said, East.
Canada sounds pretty nice. Like,
Is that the size that's closer to Tasmania or not?
yeah, it does, yeah. But yeah,
Is that
Canada sounds pretty nice. I don't know where in Canada, but you know, like, it just seems like a pretty cool place.
You have the jacket. You're perfect already, man. You bring that
That's
over.
a
You're in. Actually, try definitely the West Coast. I've had always a good time in Vancouver. Prairies can be a little bit docile, and like I wouldn't recommend it unless you're like living in the middle of nowhere. And then there's Toronto, which is really close to Montreal. Good cities to be in, I think.
Nico's just like mad.
Well, no, Nicholas lives out in the middle of nowhere, Brampton. That's why he's giggling. Every Saturday, he calls me up, Ariel, I'm going
Still is
downtown.
like a
But I'm like,
7-hour
cool.
drive, man.
That's like a
It's a
3-hour.
7-hour drive going straight. So can you imagine how close it is?
Yeah. I'm within 20 minutes of downtown. This guy is like somewhere forever. But yeah, Chris, Canada's a good choice, man. And we have a good healthcare system.
We're close to Ottawa if you want to go there.
I can see Vancouver, Washington, not Vancouver, British Columbia.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm about 3 hours south of Seattle, which is about 3 hours south of the border. So it's about a 6-hour.
I've been there. I actually see.
But Vancouver, Washington's across the river. We're double
Yeah.
cities, but not British Columbia.
That's
It's
what
also
I
thought they
have a
call
lot of
them
family in the Portland area. So I
Yeah.
I've apparently just moved over to Vancouver, Washington. I was actually just up there
Cool.
in March. I was actually just up there in March to go see my grandparents for the first time in like years since I graduated.
Well, but where did you take your school in the States, though? Because you said you did your...
Hawaii, that's part of the state.
No.
No, I went up to the continental US.
Really?
You kind of part of the whole thing here, buddy.
So I
Hawaii's
did
an island. How can it be the states? Okay, that's different. United States. They're all.
It is a state. It's a state. Hawaii's a state.
Politics aside, yes, it's part of the
Mainland.
United States for now. But anyway, coming up, I actually did my undergraduate out in Forest Grove at Pacific University, so outside of Beaverton.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so my grandparents, when I was younger, lived out in Hood River. Then they moved out to Long Beach, up in Washington, then Camden
That's
Beach,
nice.
out to Idaho, and now they're back in. They were back in Salem for a little while when I was going to college, and now they're up in Vancouver.
Right on.
Nice.
Mm.
That's all the surrounding areas.
It's
It's
probably
like
one
an
of the most
hour.
beautiful areas.
In all
The more
different,
you know.
all different directions, an hour in
Yeah.
all different directions from him.
The
And it's
more
all
you
like,
know.
you fly to them, or can they travel by boat? Would be
All are super close.
nice.
You can swim.
Whistle,
Well, like Los Angeles and Toronto are same, where like you drive for hours in every direction, like to get everywhere. But like Portland, Vancouver, what Taz is talking about, it's like
Yeah.
20 minutes here, a half hour here. It's super compact, which is
Yeah, it's
really
like-
nice.
Like normally when I came to visit them, like I'd land at the PDX, and then it'd take us like 2 hours to go from PDX to Hood River, or like an hour and a half to go from PDX to Salem, right? Or another hour and a half to go out to Hood, Forest Grove. But now we're at Vancouver, it's like I land 10 minutes, I'm across the river,
Yeah,
and
you 10
already at
minutes
the
here,
house.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Taz, admittedly, you live in the place that like everyone that lives in the United States plans to go to one day.
Retire.
Oh yeah, everybody's visiting Hawaii.
It's crazy because if everyone's like, oh yeah, let's go to Hawaii, and everyone here is like, please don't, please stay home, stay home,
Right?
We're in a pandemic, stay home, you know.
Yeah.
Nice. How about you, Taz? So where
Stop invading my island, you bastards.
Model UN, everybody here. That's great. Circling back
Actually,
last question. Go on, Nico.
I wouldn't mind living in Portland. I've been there and I kind of like the city. A lot of bridges.
Yeah, it's right there.
And you are far away, far enough from Mount Rainier, so if it blows up, it passes you by.
Hey,
Worry about volcano.
If Mount Hope blows up, then we are all fucked.
Is Rainier going up next?
Oh, probably.
I can see
Unless
like
St. Helens
4 of
wants
the
to do-
7. Yeah, the
Or
7
St.
sisters. Here. I can
Helens-
see like 4 of them.
St. Helens wants to do a comeback.
St. Helens is over somewhere. It's right over there. Somewhere.
I actually saw.
I think St. Helens is right out there. I think St. Helens is that way. Past that
It's not
building.
that close to. It's not that.
you have to flex when you do that. You got to be like,
I've been to St. Helens. It's not that close to Portland. It's closer to Seattle.
somewhere the mind is like nothing over there. Oh my god.
Oh, somebody. I think I broke something there.
You're not that old, my friend.
Oh.
You should weather it to
Right.
hide it.
No, but the thing that I like about Portland is that you could go hiking and you'll be like surrounded by mountains with snow really quick, and that's like a normal. So the Cascades are the ones that are really close, right? So I kind of like that view, which by the way here in Toronto we don't have because it's flat as a pancake.
No, where you are is flat as a pancake, man. That's not Toronto. You can't say Toronto when you're not in Toronto.
I'm 20 minutes from Toronto. It's not like it changes atmospheres.
By what? A rocket? Guy calls me up 7:30 a.m. I'm just about to be in the bus. Okay, so I'll meet you at noon. Perfect.
Because I have to take a bus.
And there's only one bus there for every 3 hours, and if you miss it, you have to run like Peter Parker to it. Stop! Stop!
Wow.
Get everything off the side.
So
Yeah,
Portland,
you should pick me up next time.
Portland for Nico. Taz, how about you, man? Whereabouts would you want to live outside of beautiful, perfect Hawaii, which is the States?
Honolulu.
Which is insane.
Honolulu.
So I actually really love Osaka side of Japan, but if there was some more place that I haven't been yet that I think would be really cool to live, would actually be out in Korea, because I think that place is pretty nuts. I've been watching a lot of shows, a lot of variety shows, things like that. A lot of the food there is awesome, amazing too, and so it seems like that'd be definitely a place to go visit.
I would love to eat Blackpink.
Black what? What did you say?
This isn't this. I guess.
Sorry,
He just said that.
Alcohol and live streams.
It took a minute to register that he said that, but he just said that. I was like,
He just Ariel just like, oh crap! I just demonetized my own video.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We crossed 1 year.
Yeah.
We could
It's okay. I think I said the F bomb.
let's save this. They do have really good Korean barbecue, right?
Yeah, they do.
In Korea?
Yeah, they do.
They just call it barbecue though.
Probably, yeah. That's what I was gonna say. They probably just call it barbecue.
Oh god.
Sorry, go on, Taz.
I think I'm done after that. I think I'm
Oh
good.
my God.
I'm good.
Oh man, it's such a fun show. I haven't laughed like this in a while, so it's definitely great, guys. Oh,
It's
man.
the alcohol.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
Or
need
lack
more
of.
This is lack of. I'm gonna go on my next one now. Actually.
Yeah, I'm on the last run. I'm like a.
Hey,
Yeah, Eric's got a whole cooler under this table there. Season 3 has the beer cooler under the table.
Season 4 is just gonna be a keg that he just shoots.
Right.
No, man. Season
tap.
5.
Pumps
Season
it.
5. I should have like a waitress or something like coming by and like, here you are, Mr. AO Mecha.
No, season 5, you should have all of us flown to you, and we'll be like news anchors in a whole big old desk.
Flown to you.
If
Fly us in there.
possible, I could see this in the future. No, seriously, if you guys could make it to my place, I'll set up the cameras and it's like a full like TV like late night show. Have the couch
Yeah.
ready for people to come in and
The only problem is that we
Don't
will
hit
all
me,
have to
bro.
hang. We will all have to fit in the freaking balcony because there's no one room.
I didn't say living room. I said in my sofa. I don't know where to put that yet. So we're
So,
gonna.
what, am I just gonna sleep on top of your backlog somewhere?
Hey,
So
wait,
That's
no,
his
no,
bed. That's
no,
his
no,
bed.
We can build a fort.
that.
We can build a fort. We can
You
play
can build a fort.
a Gunpla
Like those
fort.
homeless people where they like take all the cardboard.
Who needs the Gunplas? We just need the boxes. Just build a fort.
What was Cursor? You were saying something about building boxes?
Box
Fox
fight.
City.
Oh,
Yeah, you know, like
Cardboard.
the homeless people. You know, like they take all the cardboard boxes and then, like they build like
Yeah.
like
yeah.
Oh, we wrap up in manuals.
Yeah, right. That's just like it's just like a manual.
Take one with some magic marker, write "No girls allowed" and slap it on the side.
Fort
It comes with a hobby.
Fort awesome right there.
Oh my god.
No, seriously, like I think that would be cool. Also, if there's gonna be conventions, I do plan on taking the cameras out and doing live in field, kind of like live shows. Like
Yeah, I
this.
can't wait to get back to the shows. Good lord.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like again, all of us here, modelers, like you guys have had your fair share. I mean, maybe not everybody, but like local events are so awesome. I miss them. You know, where do you guys see, you know, the future? Are we going to still be doing local events, or is this online thing going to be our new norm?
I hope local. I've never been to a local, spoilers, so I've never actually been to an event, and I would really like to go. So I'm hoping that it does open up to where I can at least go to an event and meet more people and, you know, show my work in person, because like it's not the same online. You can take pictures, yeah, but like
The
not trying
human
to talk
touch.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, but like, not to throw my not to try to like talk about myself, but like the 2K builds.
Not trying to. What are you?
You know, well, like the 2K builds, it's hard to tell in a picture what you can see in person. You know,
It's also flexing.
I'm not flexing.
All right, go.
I'm sorry. I just do this.
Somebody asked in the chat how much. Joey, somebody asked in the chat how much you
The
stopped.
muscles, they have a mind of their own. They flex on their own.
I don't want to flex because I don't want to distort the case of the videos.
Yeah, right. I flex when I'm nervous. Leave me alone.
The male Joey flexes when he's intimidated.
No, but you know what the best part about the live competitions is that you can get together with friends and then you can go for a beer after and you'll be talking about the hobby with beer.
Yeah. With beer.
And it won't feel strange.
And you won't feel like
Right.
weird.
You won't
It
feel
will
like
be
you're defending yourself, right? You're like, hey, I don't play with
Steve
toys.
people, you Steve people,
I know, right?
and
You know how many
and
times I'm gonna say, I know,
come
right?
together.
Yeah, women like this hobby.
Sorry, let's guys. Joey is talking about how he's a virgin when it comes to competitions in the field. So be gentle with him. This guy is a tender, soft
That just
butterfly
happened.
right
That
now.
just happened. Flex.
I didn't flex. Oh my god.
So someday he will be a real boy. That's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna.
It would be really cool to go to a competition one day, just to like see everybody's work and meet people and have that
You know?
Yeah,
experience.
they're all coming back.
Yeah, they're.
I
You know,
got
we
one
were
for the
planning.
Zoom
Ariel and
next
me,
month.
Ariel and me were planning to go to one of the
Everyone say good night
competitions
to
in the
my wife.
US.
Going to bed.
Good night.
Ariel.
My
Good night, Joey's
baby.
wife. Whatever.
Good night, Joe's wife. Whatever.
Actually, Ariel and me were planning to go to the US, either to the New York competition or the one in Los Angeles. But a bug happened, so that went down the drain.
I think all the shows are coming back though in a month or so. I know IPMS Nationals US is coming, and I think MosquitoCon is Jersey tri-state area. I think Bro Builder was talking about that. That's coming up soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's, all the shows are coming.
But now we are COVID broke.
Yeah.
So
That's true. Nobody's got any money.
who else hasn't
But
been in a competition? Just out of curiosity, like have been in local events. I mean,
Oh, have it.
Gus, you haven't been in a local event as well, right? Okay.
No.
It's
What do you
fun. It's
expect-
fun,
what do you
especially
feel?
when
What are you
we-
looking forward to the most if you were to go to any of these events?
Honestly,
Oh,
like,
see your friends. Yeah.
well, yeah, I think
That's
because I want to try to bring something here because we don't have we have a lot of builders here. There's a page here in Hawaii that has a lot of great guys that build and stuff like that. Like I don't know if you guys know Kensuke. He's building here and he's making a lot of great stuff. And I want to bring a bunch of people together to just share it. Even if it's not a competition, it's just like an expo where we can all just sit down, talk, and share about the hobby. I think it'd be great to have one up here, and then eventually, if we get some guys that are really interested and they have their works and they're getting really motivated, we fly them up and get them up to a competition up where in the States somewhere.
You can pull it off.
Yeah.
Everybody has their hands up. We're like, yeah, we'll go.
Can you imagine going to Hawaii on a modeling competition? Not only going to Hawaii, but being just
Forget the whole month. Imagine
Right.
going to Hawaii. Yes.
Right?
Cool. I'm
Yeah.
there.
End of sentence, right? Period.
Period. That's a yes for me.
So,
So, yeah, no.
Going to Hawaii, all right.
We got spare bedrooms. Just don't tell my fiance.
you
What have
just
you
or
She's not
just
here. She's not here. I'm the,
Just not
It's
gonna
like in
watch
the Hobbit, everybody starts knocking on the door. Like, what's
Like
going on?
she's not
Hey,
gonna
you said
by
there's
that
some extra
point,
rooms
she
here?
won't be fiance, she'll be wife, right?
yes.
Yeah.
By the time that happens, probably true.
Yep.
Oh my god. But yeah,
No, but
like,
seriously, for example, in my case, when we went to Montreal for the GWC competition, one of the things that I remember dear to me of that whole event was the night before the whole judging. We all went to a bar and get some drinks, and like the actual judges were with us, and all the other competitors, and we were all over there, all cheering, getting tipsy.
Busted!
Me.
the business is watching.
Hey, babe. Hey. Thanks.
Yeah.
Gotta highlight it. No, but the thing is, like, to Nico's point, yeah, like it was a good time, like just totally getting plastered with builders. Because the thing is, like, that first couple of hours arriving in Montreal to set up is probably like the most intense setup because, like, you have all
And
these
it all happened like really quick. Like we were all there, and there's like, hey, let's wanna get a drink. Hey, yeah, that sounds like a fun idea. And everybody, hey, you guys wanna come? Yeah. So we end up being like a huge group, putting like tables together. So for me, that's the best part of all the competitions, and it's that human interaction that you get there, and meeting new friends and being all nerdy without being like, yeah, men like to build.
being allowed to be nerdy in public and not
having to explain why you're 43 and you're still building toys.
It was hard to explain. Seriously, like he tried explaining it. I was like, God, no. Oh God, no.
So that whole experience, it's what I like the most.
Yeah, because it comes down to just connecting to somebody on such a deep level of something that you love, and when you see other people's faces light up with the same things that you like, it feeds. And just like look at this group here, we all just love the same things, and just all of us are just bouncing.
I know. You're welcome, guys. I know. I know.
No, and you know what? In those conventions, you see like these weird panels that are just related to the Gundam lore and stuff like that. And if you're outside of it, you look at them and you think that, oh, that's stupid. But because you like it, you're like, that. Oh yeah, I mean a panel like you are talking about Sion. Are they good? And we are there just listening, like, no.
I think at one point there was a heated conversation. No, seriously, we got some of the UC guys talking smack with the Seed guys across the table, and they were like showing off, like, this is a Zaku. No, this is a Zaku from like.
No,
and I was like, oh my god, what's going on here? So, but once the beers and the wings arrived, oh my god, silence. It's golden. It was drinking, eating wings, and all that. It was great.
And saying that Seed is not better than you.
Okay, relax there, Boomer. So,
I'm Generation X.
With competitions, though, I know a lot of people build to compete. Like, do you guys find that you guys fall into that, or you guys build to your own craft, win or lose kind of thing? Like, I know there are some serious competitors out there that like thrive for these competitions, and it affected them. I've talked with a couple of guys that like really live for the competition, and they feel demotivated if there's not that competitive nature feel being delivered to them. How do you guys find when you guys are building your projects? Do you find that you guys are competitive, or do you guys find yourself more artistic? And don't worry, we won't judge you, Nico.
Well, I'll go first. I honestly don't think I'll ever enter a competition. Like, for me, it's not that like I don't think competitions are good. I think competitions are great, but for me, it's just that's not why I got into the hobby. I got into this hobby because I wanted to do something that I love, and to say that I want to compare myself to somebody else is not something that I find like really what I want to do. Like maybe not to say like I'm better than anyone else, but if I would to enter one, it would just be for the feedback, to be like, hey, you did great, but this is what you can improve on. So I think like if anything, if I were to do a competition, it would just be to get that judge's feedback to see like where I can improve.
Nice. All right, Flex McGee, what do you think, man?
Honestly, I feel almost like Taz on that. I would like to enter into a competition just to show my work, but I wouldn't really want anything out of it. I just want to show my work. If I get something out of it, fine. If not, even better, because I just wanted to go and do that. I do this because this is like my piece, right? Like everything else in the world is so chaotic and everything else is crazy. Whenever I sit down and I, let the creative juices flow, I guess, and start, building Gunpla and doing what I want, that's my like meditation. That's my away from everything, and I enjoy that more than anything. So I'm with Taz 100% on that.
I did not phrase the question correctly, and that was
you did not
like the competition, because we were talking about competition. My question in my head, and I thought I asked this. It's crazy. I think one thing, and my mouth just started doing something else. What does this hobby mean to you? That was the question, and I haven't. No, seriously, man. It's just. Anyways,
we'll go with it. We're rolling.
We're rolling. What does the hobby mean to you? I think the question I will.
That's a
I'll
totally
accept
different
that
question.
answer.
Wait,
I know.
you
right?
compete to compete, or what does the hobby mean to you? That's two totally different
questions. I know. I think what does the hobby mean to you? I think that's the question.
So we'll go back in order. Taz, what does it mean to you, buddy?
For me, the hobby is a way where we can take something that we enjoy, use it as a means for us to process some of the things that might be going on in our lives, like adjust, maybe take some time away from some things that are stressing us, bothering us, do something that we love, get our creative juices flowing, feel accomplished when we're able to do something, right? Then return back to our normal world after getting like a nice long break of whatever it's an hour, half an hour of whatever you got. return to the world feeling nice and refreshed, having done something creative, done something positive. When like right now the world's just kind of gone to shit.
Agreed.
How the hell are any of us supposed to say anything after that?
I know. Flex McGee, you're next anyway. So
we just say I agree.
Yeah. Yep. That was it.
Just cut the Hell Gibson yelling freedom and just call it a day. Right?
Oh my god.
Just cut the Braveheart yelling freedom and you're like, all right. There you go.
All right, like let's go with the most vocal here. Chris, what do you think? What does the hobby mean to you, man?
I have to top that, but like maybe it's like to give yourself like a sense of purpose, maybe just something to dunk your time into and just create something like you and anyone else can enjoy. I guess yeah, like I love just taking pictures and making like nice photography. I guess like that's it for me.
Nice. Oh, well put. Well put. Let's go with Michael. What do you think? What does the hobby mean to you, man?
It's my career. Money.
Hell yeah!
Money. Get paid. Go pay the bitch for this one. Come on. What do you think it means to me?
Wait, you get paid?
Yeah, I
know. Survival. That's what it
pays the rent. That's what it means to me. I gotta eat. Keep the lights on.
Man's gonna eat.
Yeah. But I guess if I'm being serious for half a second.
Wait, you weren't? Oh my god!
Right? Because it was an opportunity for me. The hobby to me was my opportunity. It was my I don't want to say get out of ticket, get out of jail thing, but it was like I wasn't finding the job I wanted to find in the career I planned to, and so I was building scale models on the side, and then it took off, and so the hobby meant to me was basically an open door. It was an opportunity for me to go down this road. So. The truth of it is it was the I guess you could almost say the life preserver that was thrown my way. I was kind of trying to find, I went to a university for a long time, spent a lot of money in school, and came out into an industry that was I was in the automotive industry, and it was just a shit show. And not that the hobby's a ton better, but the doors were there that I walked through and they were opened up, and I was embraced, and people buy the books around the world and that whole thing, and here I am talking to you. So. No,
that was a big nosedive talking to us, but that's amazing.
He
definitely needs the money, guys. That's what he's saying. He's in the show.
Man.
He needs
Show me the money, boy. You got to put the Jerry Maguire on it now. Show me the money. Yeah. But it was opportunity. Hobby means that's what that meant. Freedom and opportunity. There you go.
The American way. There we go.
Gunpla is freedom.
Gunpla is freedom.
Nico, what does the hobby mean to you, man?
Oh man, I'm too tipsy to give you a good answer.
Good. Give me the not so good
at this point.
Yeah, we'll take anything at this side.
It's a cool. For me, it's actually a good way to be creative, but also to relax in a way, not all the time, because actually this could be very stressful. That little piece you are building just. And then you have to go on all fours trying to look for it.
Black hole sun, won't you come?
I don't even know what you're trying to do. And also, but one of the things that I learned from it, it's that that I like about it is that I have met really good people through this hobby as well. And hey, being nerdy things is really cool. It's awesome.
Nice. All right, Ariel, what is the hobby?
The silence.
Oh, that's right. We're here for Ariel.
Yeah, this guy. I'm not doing an interview. Yeah, I'm doing a whole show. Okay, guys, so that is our guest tonight.
You have a mermaid name.
What? Yes, and I own it, man. I look good as a redhead.
Your name after a mermaid.
No, you have to answer both questions now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the question, Joey?
Well, one was entering tournaments, and the other one was, what does it mean to you?
Yes. So for the longest time, I'm very, very competitive in regards to any form, artwork, illustration. I've lost friends over it. I've made friends over it. It's just like my personality being a stubborn one, and I seek challenge. I think challenge gets me to do stuff, and that's what I like out of competitions. It gets me to try new things. It gets me to be, on my very best, if anything. But the thing is, it's very, very draining. So as much as I am competitive, I'm also like, man, I'm never gonna enjoy this if I'm always competing. So more and more, I'd say more so lately, I'm building stuff that I enjoy. So the last one, for example, the clean versus weathered. Yeah, sure, I got shit on by like the people that were judging it. Not shit on, but like creatively judged.
Chris was in chat for a second.
I know, right? So yeah, no, but the thing is, they were good points. My colors were off. I knew that going in, but like it was also me like I'm gonna experiment to see. It felt good to try those colors on. To me, I was having fun,
and
I think
was having a good time.
Yeah, it didn't even matter about the competition. The fact that I finished it for that is actually amazing to me. So another thing too is like I've accumulated a lot of backlogs, and a lot of these prizes that they put is not of interest to me because I already have them or I could buy them. So to me, if there's
Flex.
I know, right? Flex. If there's no medal attached to it, if there's no trophy attached to it, I'm less inclined to do it, because I think something like that, like winning a medal, I think it means more if you're in a competitive environment than the prize itself. I think the prize is the bonus, but I think the placements are key. But for people who are into competition, like, man, like I could only imagine how stressful it can be, and I don't want to be putting myself in that stress. I have my own stress now putting a show like this. So it's a whole different
YouTube doesn't work, the mic doesn't work, your Yeti mic or whatever's out.
Yeah, like it's all technology. And you know what, I enjoyed this challenge more because it's a personal challenge now. So I'm not challenged by other things, external factors. I'm challenged with my own interest into either building a model kit or putting a show. Now, I hope that is satisfactory to the answer. But like, yeah, I was competitive, not so much lately.
I just realized that I didn't answer that question.
Yeah, no one likes you, Nico. So
my mom likes me.
No, I love Nico. Nico has been one of the most patient guys that I throw punches at like almost every day in chats. And
he's
very
drunk right now. Though. He doesn't even
I know, which is great. No, seriously, this guy, man, is super cool most of the time.
Yeah, the mute button gives you patience.
In regards to what does a hobby mean to me, it's a form of expressing your inner creativity. It's a medium that I enjoy, and it's with people that share the same medium or like for the anime or the mecha or the design, that gives it like that extra level of appreciation for me. I enjoy it because not only do I enjoy it, other people are enjoying it. So when I talk, like to Nico's point, when we were out, having, drinks with people that are into it, you don't have to explain what an RX-78 is. You don't have to explain what a high grade or a master grade is. You don't have to.
You have to explain why it's better than the other ones.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, UCC, it doesn't matter at that point. I think also I've seen I was part of like comic book communities before this one, and I must say there's a lot of similarities between the people archetypes. There's always going to be the toxic peoples, there's always going to be the gatekeepers, but you know what? That's a small percentage of actual people that enjoy the hobby, that appreciate the art or the relaxation or even the sheer idea that other people like it. And that's what I like about the hobby. The hobby itself as a whole is the meaning of the hobby for me. Take that, Taz.
All right. No, so follow-up question. What does that mean?
A hobby is a hobby. All right. What's the meaning of life? Because I just got fucked up on that.
The meaning of life is
47. We know this already.
The carpet. The meaning of life is being able to find a little piece that fell into your carpet.
That's why you were at hardwood floors, my friend.
Yeah.
That's why you were at carpet a long time ago.
Okay.
It still happens. You just go quiet and try to hear what it falls like. Tick. That's.
Oh, you have to go quiet.
Yeah. So here's a question for Ariel. You said that you have to have like competition and everything to really get into it, and a medal and such to have it. So has there ever been any builds that you just wanted to do for yourself that got you just as inspired?
Ooh, that's a good one. The group build for Side 6. This happened earlier this year it's probably one of my first successful group build with friends and a community. I actually enjoyed it, and I was building as if it was a competition. I was putting a whole bunch of creative thoughts into it, whip picks, I'm documenting it. All the kit bash ideas that I thought I was going to put in a competition, I put towards that. It wasn't for any, well, there was like challenge codes. I didn't care about that, but the thing is like the fact that there's a community behind it, doing it with us and showing their work and putting the exact same passion for it, that is probably the build that I would say that I put a lot of creativity as if it was a competition.
Now, does this happen often? Like, is there other builds like that you have just as much passion for as something you were going to put into a tournament?
Yes. So my first taste of that was the most recent one, but like my taste of that, yeah, building back, building backlogs, definitely. Last year's Canadian build-off, like the one that I showed you, the orange one, again, still one of my favorite ones. I wasn't entering to compete, but I wanted to show people that like, hey, here's an example of what you could do out of a straight build. This one is not customized, it's just like straight up painting applications. And I really did experiment as if it was a competition as well. For me anyways, like it felt like it was it is a competition, but for me, I wasn't thinking of it that way, but like putting the exact same effort into it, like a passion build.
Right.
So with that said, Ariel, what's in the future for AO Mecha?
Ooh, good question. So I'll be taking a break at end of June.
He's quitting.
He's
like, I'm done. This is all bullshit. I'm out.
People here are so toxic, they won't let me be myself.
The future is freedom.
Yeah, I'll be back when I feel like it. No, lots of stuff. So things that I've considered doing is circling back on the previous show, especially the feature builder and spotlights, and doing a super cut on each of the show, kind of like a rewind and highlights, because I think there's a lot of content there that people may have missed, and there's a lot of really good information and feedback from the guests. And I want to highlight that, so that's going to be a project for mine in between seasons.
Also, you're doing your greatest hits album now.
Pretty much, yeah. So that's happening in conjunction with
AO Mecha box set available.
Volume 1 coming out this summer, Volume 2 in winter, and then Volume 3 in 2002. Okay, 2022. 2022.
Blu-ray.
We're going back.
Blu-ray director's cut.
There's gonna be also what's it called, the director's commentary. So right here, guys, just before I introduce this guy here, I forgot the button.
Failed, and I had to move everybody to Twitch.
Are we still on Twitch? Yeah, we're still doing Twitch.
Yeah, we're still on Twitch. Actually, it's been a steady guest here tonight. So everybody that's chatting, you guys are entered for a giveaway. There's going to be 2 prizes to be given away tomorrow, and I'll do the draw. I'm going to collect all the names, but only enter 1 per person. So be mindful of that. Audio ammo, I know I've been kind of stopped on that just because I've been super busy with work. But Volume 2, I think we are 6 tracks available. And that's going to be released during the breaks as well, so that there is some stuff being posted. I've been looking at doing shorts for YouTube and TikTok. It's another thing, that a side project that I'm looking at to expand on. So looking at 30-second build, like 30-second clips and all that, 1-minute clips is something I'm looking at. And definitely more collaborations. There were people from season 3 guest list that needs to be pushed out to season 4. So we already have more than half for season 4 lined up. And they're all like, I need to finish my build. No, seriously, that was a common theme. It's like, I want to finish this for your show. And I'm like, dude, don't rush. I am glad you're working on this. Like, the thing is, like, if I have people lined up, awesome. If I don't have people lined up, don't, like, it is what it is. Like, what I've learned from the last year with AO Mecha is like, stuff happens. People will change schedules. You have to learn to adapt. There's a lot of stuff happening in the background, guys, that no one would ever know, that I'm like super stressed about or panicky about.
We know, because sometimes you forget to mute.
Biggest one, recovery and upset, and I'm very fortunate that like these persons still work with us. Joey here was double booked with oh my god, who was it that was double booked with?
Double booked date night, dude. That's
I double booked Joey and Squirtle Militia, and the thing is, I had to push Squirtle Militia out because like Joey has a timeline too. And then like, oh man, I'm like, cool, it worked out. But awesome, like by sheer luck, Squirrel Militia won clean for the clean versus weathered, and we had a chance to talk about his build on his show. So to me, it worked out, and stuff like that happens almost all the time, guys. There are challenges with some guests, but most of the guests have been really, really collaborative. They've been very responsive, and I'm very fortunate to be working with a lot of these people. So season 4, I almost have like more than around half of the guest list for next year. The last 2 episodes of Spotlight, which is going to happen next Saturday and the following Saturday, the last person on my list is probably the biggest thing you'll ever see on AO Mecha, aside from Joey's and myself. So
I thought it was Nico's backlog.
And season 4, a lot more upgrades. There's a couple more stuff that I wanted to fix here that I didn't get a chance to. Visual upgrades, graphics upgrades, and Discord is something I definitely need to focus on again. So that's something.
Always a new app for something, right?
Another thing that I am working on, I'm working with a lot of other people doing collaborative work. So collaborative pieces, for example, with Chris, we're working on some a gin right now. So that one's going to be done for soon. Don't worry, Chris, I'm on that. I'm also doing a couple of like collab color schemes with other people as well. So more of that collaboration group painting is available. But more importantly, we do have something that we could announce today. So last couple of weeks, I've had a chance to not only get to know Taz, chatted with Taz about some potential future work, and we've started developing a podcast series, and hopefully that will be also launched in July. So Taz, why don't you talk a little bit about that? Maybe yeah.
No, it's okay.
No, we're good.
No, Ariel, it's your 1-year anniversary. You got this.
All right, and perfect segue to Taz here. Really good stuff. Not to put him on any spot whatsoever, but like I'll be right here.
Oh, we became little heads.
So our idea is we wanted to kind of give like a place where people can come, sit down, chat with some things around the hobby, not necessarily about the builds themselves. Because a lot of the times when people talking or chatting, a lot of times we see people talking about like, oh, I need some tips as far as like, what should I do if things like this go wrong? Or, what can I do if, like, I can't even think right now. I'm just like, I just put me on the spot. I'm not ready, man. I'm not ready.
This is live. This is live. You gotta go. You gotta adapt, son.
You know what?
I don't want to give away
screen.
too much. I don't want to give away too much.
Basically, the idea behind so basically the idea behind the podcast and the show is we're going to be doing a video podcast. So we have a recorded video segment that you guys can watch on YouTube and whatnot. And then every like couple episodes or so, we're going to do a live session to talk about some of the things that we covered in previous episodes, answer some of the questions that you guys have, and again relating to topics around the hobby, with not necessarily being just about the builds. So things like, what do you do if you're feeling burnt out? How do you deal with like elitism in groups? How do you talk to people that have no idea what you do in this hobby, and how do you explain to them, like why you like doing these things? And even if you're met with some sort of like just animosity or just straight, hatred, like, oh, I can't believe you do that stuff. It's like, how do you respond to those things? So talking about things around the hobby and not necessarily talking about the builds.
That's it. Yeah. And again, looking forward to having that collaboration off the ground. So we're in almost halfway preparation, I'd say. That will be, we're aiming for a July launch for that. It's going to be a whole new branding altogether, different channel, different platforms. We're looking at podcast stations as well, so people could download it. So it's a project all on its own. And yeah, I can't wait to see where it goes, because I think it's going to be a good session and good topics to have here. And lastly, I want to say, yeah, like I wish I can't. What's going to be in the future? Hopefully, another year. Hopefully, another year of AO Mecha Live. Hopefully, another series of great, amazing guests for Spotlight. Another ton of like backlog buildings, maybe kits you guys have never even heard of because they're either out of production or I just found it somewhere really far back in my storage from like circa to 96 or something.
Just driving around.
Hey, if it's on the actually funny story about that. Totally segueing. Today I was walking.
Segue to who Ariel's driving around.
He's
picking up
gonna,
shit.
you know what? He's gonna end up being like, we're going today on AO Mecha. We're gonna build a deck.
Like a DIY show on
Deck with chairs.
I was walking after brunch. First time I went to a patio, had a brunch, and I was walking to go do some light shopping. Literally on the side of the street, there was like 6 PS4 games, and I was like, bullshit. So I go over there, walk over it. Battlefield 5, Borderlands, Skyrim. There was like pretty high tier games. They were just sitting there, and I was looking around. I'm like looking for like cameras and stuff. I'm like, okay, like a little raccoon, go over there, pop it open. It's like, oh, okay. Checked all of them. They don't look printed. They look legit. Cool. So that I didn't see the things you find on this. I took them. I totally took them. I went to an EB Games, GameSpot, whatever have you. I go to the guy. It's like,
cash. I love it. And then he bought them all the kid.
So now I bought.
Right. Just checking. We just want to know what's going on.
I sold it for cash.
I'm unsure of this story. Toronto PD showed up a little bit later, but it's all right. We're going about it.
So is this like the Truman Show? It just happens every day. That's why you have so many models, or
dude, literally models just drop to my lap, and I don't even look for these things. Okay, so I go there.
I don't know where it came from.
That's what happens when you take them to your
box of beer cartons right here.
Is there a problem, officer?
The officer's like, dude, you got your RG?
You want some Gunpla?
Right?
It's like a trench coat.
You smell like you're cutting some plastic.
Toronto PD bills.
They had the Hasbro, or like not the Flame Toys Optimus Prime G1 kit for $50, and I made $25 out of like putting these things in there. So I bought the G1 Transformer kit. Now it's in the backlog. So that's
typical GameStop. You give them 5 top tier games, they give you $20.
Yeah, I know. But I was gonna borrow it for more, but then again,
$20 Canadian.
Let's clarify that. Canadian dollars.
Oh my god!
Now the person that you did that to is like watching this and being like, "That's what happened to my game."
Don't worry, I'm just gonna say sorry, and it's all good. That's how Canadians. We're very forgiving. Very nice. We're crazy nice. You don't understand how crazy and sneaky
I was gonna say that. Does that actually work in Canada? Because
in Canada, saying sorry doesn't work because we all say sorry here.
Yeah, we all say sorry. It's almost every sentence, like, oh my god, did you see that slap shot? Sorry. Like what?
Here they just throw a cheeseburger at you and shoot you.
Jesus, that went dark. Fast.
Carolina's a rough place.
Quick distraction.
The Carolinas.
Why do you think I look like this? It's not for any reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Surviving the Carolinas.
Survival.
That's the future for AO Mecha. Why don't we do a future for you guys? I'm kind of curious what's up next, coming up for you guys. Let's start with Chris. What do you have on deck, man?
Let's see. Got a couple of commissions. Actually, my whole year's planned out already because Bandai is putting up too much good shit this year.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like Virtue. There's like the Calamity, the Eclipse.
It looks like a flying
kid, right?
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, I've got a couple of commissions. So yeah, my entire year's all planned out. Like pretty much. Yeah.
Lots of stuff happening. Nico, how about you, man? What's next for Nico? What are you working on?
Oh, hopefully I can finish one of the billion projects that I have right now.
Which one would you say is you're gonna finish first from all of them?
I mean, the games he's playing. He's trying to complete it.
Yeah. Which video game is
Let's clarify.
All achievements. All achievements
right now is to finish the Ghost of. I forgot the name.
Tsushima.
Yeah.
Ayoshima.
No, but hopefully I can finish that Barbatos that I'm working on. I really want to get it done and move to something else. Also, the little bug that I have there, and also I'm working on the GWC about little by little.
GWC 2030.
20 more than that.
Cool. All right, Taz, how about you? What's the future looking like for you, man?
I just gotta get better at everything. I'm trying to look at, stepping up my game as far as my videos go. I think I want to focus a little bit more on builds. I think a lot of the mental health videos that kind of been like kind of dying down a little bit, and I think it just like kind of remind people, hey, I still build kits, I still build, So
he doesn't just tell you what to do, guys. He also builds kits.
Yeah, like
also the podcast, right?
I'm working on the rig here, and the podcast. So yeah, I'm working on the wing for a car right here in the
YouTube wrote Mecha Skyfish.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm trying to just get to that mythical 1000. I'm like 85 away, so I'm getting there, just creeping along.
Good stuff.
Awesome.
We should all meet somewhere in the US.
Yeah, we should totally, like, the thing is, like, when flying is available, no, seriously, I really want to meet as much of the people that I've had a chance to come in contact with online, both on the show and in social medias, because like it is so cool to connect with all these builders with different POV background and take on things. That it's just, I'm very amazed of how diverse the community is.
We're just not gonna go to North Carolina because just
you gotta be ripped in order to go to NC. Like, holy crap!
I'm always like, yeah, come visit. Like,
Hawaii. I mean, everybody wants to go there anyway, right? Just go to Hawaii.
It's safer here. I guess that's
just a state.
He will protect us.
Apparently.
It's okay. All these white guys are with me.
The thing is, what's crazy? If I do go to Hawaii, I just blend in.
Yes, like, he will.
There's so many Filipino-looking people there.
No, there are actual Filipinos here. Yes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so actual Filipinos are there, guys. Confirmed.
Yeah.
Ariel could pass as Hawaiian too.
Mm-hmm.
I passed as Mexican when I went to Mexico. That was cool.
Yes.
See. Let's go to Joey. What's in the future in store for you, Joey, man?
Well, my next kit should be here next Wednesday is going to be the RG Zeong.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'll be working on that, and that's the one that's going to incorporate some orange.
Kit of the year, my
and that's the one with the antlers.
Mm-hmm.
And
it has no legs.
Yeah. Yep.
It has no legs.
And I'm also the idea of.
He froze
in the
middle of a flex. Even when he's frozen like that.
Did I freeze in the middle of flex?
Yeah,
did I?
Yes.
Yeah, you froze flex on us.
Like,
am I unfroze? You can see me. Yes.
Yeah.
He froze again.
Okay.
Look at that! Look at the perfect expose.
I'm thinking about
Game's drunk.
What's happening?
You're frozen.
You freeze every time you're about to talk.
Am I still frozen?
When you're not talking about anything relevant, yeah, you are. It goes up and down, up and down.
You're so frozen that you're about to start singing a song.
Oh God. Okay. Am I still frozen?
No, it's undone.
Okay. So I'm gonna talk really slow so that my phone can keep up with me.
Okay.
So with the Zeong, I'm thinking about doing some LED work. So I'm thinking about getting some Evans Designs LEDs and putting them in the thrusters, and then running that down the stand and hiding everything, and putting the battery pack under the stand so that you don't even tell.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's gonna. But I haven't done anything with it. It'd be kind of scary. But then, of course, coming up. I still am working on the curios. I promise that's getting done. That's going to be like my scribing stuff. And then the big red guy up there has some resin stuff coming for him. So that's going to be really fun.
Have you worked with resin before? We have, right?
Yeah, that's my first. Dude, I go big on everything. I don't go like small. I'm just like
I go big.
Silly high grade.
Yeah. So I got the Yuzhou Land 2.0 and the expansion coming for the. I already have the Yuzhou Land Hainu kit, but I need a Hainu Verka first. So waiting for that to come out. And I also have my Perfect Grain Unleashed coming sometime.
Oh
So,
shit!
yay.
A couple small projects I had to do.
You mean
Just
this
a
little
couple.
guy?
Yeah, you
I
mean that
won.
little guy right there?
You
The
mean this
one that
little
you have
guy?
another one in the box in the back somewhere? I know you do.
He just sent me, he's got two extra ones.
You broke
I got a
piece.
few.
You broke a piece.
Right on. No, looking forward to your builds, man. And again, more videos coming from Gunpla and Joey. I can't wait to see them. And you guys should check out his channel as well. All these guys' channel as well. But last not least, Michael Rinaldi, what's next in your adventure list? I know you have a new place. You have all these projects lined up, but like, can you share a little bit about what's going to be upcoming?
Well, I'm going live pretty soon. I'm hoping actually to flip the switch this week, to be honest with you.
That's awesome.
So I've got most of the equipment set up. And I'm going to try to kind of, I don't want to say budget live streaming, but I'm going to use the iPhone for the hand cam. I've got this little Jimmy rig right here that I'm looking into that's working pretty good. I'm trying to keep my office not like your office, Ariel, like the opposite.
I like to.
You mean these guys here?
I need a place to live.
Yeah. So, one of these days I'll do it behind the scenes in my studio. You guys be like, what the F is he do? Like, how does he even do anything? It's all like super incognito, hidden, everything.
If it
like
works,
super
it works.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or as long as you can put
This
a
is-
room in your room, you're good.
this is a picnic table right here. This is like this is literally a picnic table.
Right. Let's see. Build wise, Mark 5 should be shipping next week. I think the 18th is when the US get their Mark 5 P Bandai. So I should get that soon. And then I'm waiting for the DOMs, the 1.5s. And then
I
let's
want
see.
that one. I actually want that one. Yes.
Yeah, I had that. Speaking of resin stuff, I had that SH Studio Goof Flight Type, the 160 PG conversion.
160, yeah. Nice.
That thing's awesome.
They're cool, but I mean the legs like this big. It's like a 3-year project for me. I sold it. I go, dude, I can't, because they got the Dom Trophy coming out in 160. So I'm like, all those big things I can't. Not for production, not for book stuff. It's too nuts. I mean the Mark 5 is like 3 feet tall.
The Mark
It's crazy.
5 is, it's about the same size.
It's almost
as the
PG
XS.
size. It's a huge kit. So,
Holy crap.
as far as book production, like as far as RSP is concerned in book production, picking the next Gundam book subject, I'll work with Adam a little bit and kind of maybe coordinate, what he feels it would be. It might be the Hainu, actually. It might be one of that version of something, because I did the Sazabi and I can go into that as kind of a compilation, a companion, a little bit of sorts. But we'll see. Yeah.
So
but
right
I mean,
now, USAG is still one of your main distributors for your, or like retailers.
He very much in the similar capacity. Him and I, we have kind of an informal partnership right now. And then as I grow bigger and my goal is really to get, I think there's like 12 books on the website, and get them all printed, get everything done so that I'm like, the whole thing's available so I can be like a real business. And then the USA Gundam Store will be probably one of the bigger outlets in the States for purchasing and, all that stuff. And then back to me, I get I got the tools and all that stuff. And I think they do a great job with their nippers. They're 2.0 nippers, dude. I mean, they're as good as Display, or they're as good as God Hands. I mean, and they're durable. And I'm on still my first set after like 4 months.
Oh yeah, no, this is like, I've thrown this at someone. Oh, where is it?
You would throw it at someone.
I actually had my guy has
Ariel's new story. Yeah, I threw my nippers at a person on the street the other day as I was looking for PS4 games on to sell.
I needed
to buy
that box
5 perfect
to
grades.
put on my thing, okay?
Like, no, dude, you don't throw those. It's like a weapon.
He
It's like,
helps
not like a
somebody else
cheeseburger.
with
I mean, at
I'm
least
just
Carolinas, they're like soft, malleable stuff. But yeah, no, I mean,
they're durable.
they are durable. I
another
use my
good one's
1.0s
really
for
good.
screw cutting, but the 2s are nice. But yeah, no, I mean, it's grown in terms of the Gunpla side of life. There will be some historical military stuff I'm doing still.
Yes,
There's right now, my next 4 months is just getting a dozen books done, getting everything done, and then Christmas time is probably releasing a new title, and it'll probably be Gundam, to be truthful.
Oh, that's
So I'm
winter.
pretty excited. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And I've learned a lot just kind of listening to you guys and like what it's about, and like even Zach's weather contest and like what weathering gun, to connect the dots for me, like what I need to teach everybody and like what I need to talk about and that kind of stuff. I've learned a lot about kind of the crew and what everybody's into and what, guys are, between
learn a
panel
lot
lining.
Yeah, one of the things I learned from just watching the clean versus weathering and watching you judge a lot of it. One of the things I realized is like scale for the weathering really matters, you know. And I think like for me, when I was looking at it, I'm like you watch the tank videos and there's scale to that because it looks realistic. But when you scale it up to something that's supposed to be, you know, like as tall as a building, how do you weather something like that? So that's one of the things I've been like trying to.
It's difficult because there's no Gundams to look at. There's no real ones. You know, it's a hard thing to take. Like the tank guys have photos for 40 years of beat up tanks to look at and go, well, that's what it looks like. And then there's no
Gundams the actual life-size Gundams that you see, they're all really clean and pristine. So.
Like I heard the unicorn's got some chips on it though. Some people say that they've seen the unicorn up close to the real one, and it's got like edge chipping because it's all sharp edged. So like the paint's starting to come off of it.
Not so much, but what you do notice is that the decals that he has is huge stickers. So.
I'm definitely gonna put a dent on that.
You see the line of the sticker right there. You see the line of the sticker.
I can't wait to go to Japan. I'm gonna do all kinds of inappropriate things to that. Like they will have to have a binding resolution to like peel me off that unicorn.
Oh my god.
Can I ask a question for Michael since we were talking about the weather?
Demonetized.
What would you say is like your greatest takeaway from the weathered section of the judging portion, and also what kind of advice you would give for people who are going to enter the weathered competition if there's another one in the future?
Taz touched on it. I think there was a very clear definition when we were judging those, like the higher skilled experienced modelers versus those that weren't. And it's, weathering mecha in particular, not just Gunpla, but just the whole genre. It's kind of, to me, in its infancy. And I look back when I started tank modeling, and I want to say 2004, 2005, when I took it seriously, it had just turned a corner from a certain style to where now what we see it now, it's been developed for like 15 years. And I think Gunpla and mecha weathering and in particular finishing to that, incorporating it past clean builds is just kind of starting to take off, like for real. And so that was kind of what I was thinking in my head as I was judging these, and like, well, the experience of these guys and where they're at and what's going on with weathering, this kind of stuff. It's going to be, I think the next 5 years, you're going to see an explosion of people embracing it. The historical products side of stuff, the armor and aircraft guys. The stuff that we use is going to come in and infiltrate Gunpla in terms of the painting and weathering and some of the stuff. So that's kind of what I was seeing is like, this is kind of really early days, and treat it like early days, and keep the ego real low, just kind of come in and just, give everybody the tools so that you guys can absorb it, because it's a lot of info to absorb. It's a lot of stuff to absorb.
I think one of the other things that Mike really touched on that I really liked is like, your weathering isn't going to be uniform. It's got to tell a story. Like, what has this suit kind of gone through? And I think like looking at just even like with clean builds and something like that, just taking away that, like, what's the story behind your kit? And that kind of like really, that's kind of really taught me as far as like how to customize colors. It's gotten me to think differently about how I do kits now too, instead of just looking at how can I make this look cool, it's like, what story can I put behind it?
Yeah, that's something that I was gonna say. Like when I was watching, you emphasize a lot, especially on the ones that had like good technique and everything, is the lack of sometimes the story on the weathering. So I thought that was
treating them like real machines. It's trying to get the model builders, and you guys all say hobby, but Gunpla is like one portion, even though it's a huge portion. The rest of the hobby's huge, and so collectively between aircraft and armor and cars and ships and Gunpla and stuff, it's getting everybody to kind of treat it like a machine, and then understand that this was built by somebody, and then it's used by people or humans for intensive purposes. They're all people. So, and then kind of trying to connect that dot of what happens through, and then by looking outside, at the real world, and then trying to, kind of bridge that where sometimes people just kind of fake shit. And then now it's kind of making a lot, to use that cliche word of authentic, and then trying to take it into, and even when I was watching the clean stuff, the thing in my head is like, if I was to like be a hardcore, like, put this hardcore judge on for a sec, like even to Franz and to Ryan, two guys who are heavy hitters, I'm like, dude, the next level is everything looks like one flat top coat to me. Like you need to start bringing in materials like rubber, like polished metal, like shiny paint and matte paint, like really take a clean build to the level where it looks like it's actual like out of a factory, brand new, rolling off the production line, like a brand new car where you can see the rubber of the tire, and really pushing these guys to paint glass, to paint shiny metal, all this stuff. And so there's room for clean builds to really get into that conversation as well, to be honest with you. So stuff I need to explore as a publisher as well.
Mhm.
How do you do that? What are the techniques, products? It's, the nitty gritty execution.
Things that I see on people who do cars is that they mix both the gloss and the flat on one build.
There's some of the best modelers on planet Earth are like the race car guys that do the high-end clean stuff on race cars, Formula One stuff. They're nuts. They're crazy. So there's a lot to take in across the entire, of everybody's. And that's what I like about participating in Gunpla is for me, like you talked about contest challenge area, like I used to be like that. And then for me as a publisher now, it's embracing the different parts of the hobby to bring out the best elements and then share it with everybody. So that like, if you're a tank dude or an airplane guy or whatever, or even like just talking to like the military dudes about like what Bandai does, they have no clue like how good Bandai really, really is. Everybody bitches about like stupid kit, but dude, they do stuff that's like off the chain. Like that RG Xeon that Joey's gonna do. Yeah. That's probably one of the best kits I've ever seen made in my history of model.
The engineering is
sick. Dude.
Like I said all the time, because I want to actually go into building tanks. Like I want to build a tank, a glue model and everything. And I keep saying like, oh man, the thing is that we have been so Bandai spoiled all this time.
Yeah.
Getting used that everything fits so well, and when you go there, you actually
I haven't used glue in like a year.
You even know what that is.
It's crazy, man.
And I know that in that hobby, in that part of the model process, to use putty and to fix things that the model gives you is actually part of the actual build. It's not like corrections. No, this is part of the build experience. Using putty, things that don't fit well, you have to make them fit. So those are all little things that are part of the build that we are not used to at all.
Yeah.
I only did one model that was kind of like that it's a Moebius Battlestar Galactica model, and that model had a lot of issues like with fitting and everything, and a lot of things I had to glue. So I was like, holy crap, if this has this many problems, how it will be like 100% model that it's all glue. Like I have 2 model tanks right now in my backlog that I want to try.
I think the pandemic has made I think if there's one thing, I think 2020, the pandemic, I think it's turned this into just basically the gold. Like we've been really lucky, but 2020 and what Bandai's had been forced to do to supply the people stuck at home. Yeah. I think this hobby is just, dude, it's like we're at the cusp of something really special where, for the next probably 2 decades for sure, for most of us, this is going to be a real, like the stuff coming now, it's just going to be off the chain.
And the thing is that Bandai's opening.
There's not going to be any bad kits coming anymore.
Bandai is opening to the US market a lot, like that Netflix deal that they just did. Is because they want to appeal to this as well. So imagine because I find that North America, the Americas and Asia, they have like different kind of takes on models. Like maybe we like them a little more realistic and on our weathering, and maybe over there a little more on the fantasy side. So if Bandai starts to do kits like that for our kind of taste, so can you imagine the grand rollout that is gonna?
And I have my Kasai right here, just like chilling, like waiting to be built. I got them partly put together a little bit, but I stopped them for another project. But like you said, Mike, just like the kit, putting that Kasai together, it's like holy hell! Like because I went back to the Wing Vercal, which is an 04 kit, and it's like what I'm used to as far as kits go. But putting that Kasai together, even the Penelope and the Messer, it's like, dude, these kits are cool.
Oh,
like these are different.
Global,
even the Beyond Global I have up there. Yeah.
The engineering of the Barbatos, it blew my mind when I was building it. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This whole piston thing and everything being kind of
we gotta get Chris talking. We're waiting for Chris to like
Chris,
give us what's going on.
Chris needs coffee.
Yeah, when's your photo book coming out, man?
When are you teaching us how to make photos, like beautiful photos?
Oh yeah. You're not afraid to check that.
Oh, you got muted.
He got muted. He timed out.
The computer couldn't sleep on him.
Yeah, sorry, I was like between them. I mean, the photo book Yeah.
Oh, no, he's
I
about
think that's on the card sometime. I just don't get on ready yet. I don't have enough stuff.
It sounds like binary.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of like audio, stuttering on your end.
Got it?
Yep, I'm sending you a new headset just as a gift so that we could hear you better.
Keep the headset. Just send him a
No. The one that he recommended for me to use is crap.
I know, that's what I was gonna say. Send it to Chris, that way he could use it properly because you obviously don't know how. So
Yeah, look, I'm like people say I'm quiet by default anyway. So like,
yeah.
about the photo book question, I mean, like I think that's something that I'd love to do like sometime in the future. I don't feel like I got enough stuff like for a book yet.
You've got more than enough stuff for a photo book.
You know what I like about yourself is that you're not afraid to pose. You're not afraid of that scratch that's gonna happen on your paint when you're posing a painted kit.
I would do more. I would do more kits. It's just that I'm scared of actually like I built stuff from like 5 years ago. I still haven't taken pictures of. I'm just scared of like ruining it. So like it's like actually a big deal for me when I actually pull out a kit and try to take pictures of it. Like that wing, it's the wings are both broken. The action base connector is broken.
For as long as you got the shot, everything before and after, it doesn't matter,
right.
man. Like once you get that permanently shot, I think you're good, man.
You know what I do when after I finish a kit, like for example this one, when it's when it's right out of my paint booth, I still like care too much about it. So when I take pictures, it's very statuesque.
Wow.
So, but after a few months, when I stop caring about it, and then I go, okay, let's pose it. I don't care about this anymore. So let's move it around so you can change. It's like when you buy a phone. In the beginning, you're like putting it like on a pillow next to your bed when you go to sleep. But at the end, you're just throwing it like, oh.
Have you guys ever raged on a kit before? On a kit or any of your projects? Like totally like raged.
I'll get Tourette's
RG Sinanju.
Yeah.
Oh, the Star Trek, one of the polar lights, the original Star Trek Enterprise, pissed me off so much that I threw it against the wall.
Oh my god.
It pissed me off so much, and I threw it.
There's a question from Ben Void. Does Nico sleep with his Gundam? Absolutely.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Like that's kind of a weird question, man.
Well, bro.
No, this is actually the hobby room.
Awesome stuff.
That's where I keep my dinosaurs as well.
All right,
anything strike freedom. Those kids are shit. Like
that's it. That sounds like a passion hate. What happened to your strike freedom, man?
So the RG, I broke the frame, like the pre-built frame.
Yeah.
And then I broke the wings, the frame of that, the gold bits.
One of
the the perfect grade is back heavy. The wings break as well. So it's like the curse that's real.
Oh my god. Well, there's a class for Gunpla 101. Rinaldi's gonna be hosting that, so you should totally check it out and how to learn how to
control your rage.
Control your rage.
I get Tourette's. I'll be working on something and it's not. I'll just start. I will curse my way through half the problems, and usually it works. If I just until it's together, and like, all right,
believe me, I cursed while I was throwing that thing to the wall. And I cursed in Spanish, so it was even worse.
Awesome. We're approaching our almost 3. Can you believe it's almost 3 hours that we've been chatting? This is freaking amazing.
I see like the sun
midnight for Joey.
The sun disappeared behind Mike. I just slowly see the sun.
Right? No, it's dark now.
Once we start seeing the sun rise again, we know we've hit our limit. But no, I think we're gonna circle it back soon. Yes, Nico, go on with your story.
Now that you're talking about that, where I come from in Colombia, the days don't change. It's always the same. It's always the same hour. We always get the same sun hours. So when I came here, and then I was like, "What the hell is going on?" It's like 10 o'clock, and I can still see the sun.
That's nothing. I think it's like somewhere in Europe right now, midnight is still daylight. I forgot. Someone posted it. Norway. Yeah, it's like midnight there is like bright as noon. Still.
Like Alaska too.
No, Portland, Toronto are really similar in terms of the hours of the day and everything.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Circling back, I don't want to keep too much of you guys, but guys, thank you so much for doing this. Celebrating 1 year with you guys definitely is a treat for me. I really appreciate you guys. Also doing the shows in the future, in past collabs, and hopefully again in future collaborations. It's always good to have you guys here. What we're gonna do next is we're probably gonna do a quick one-on-one for people, maybe like some last words for each of our guests, and where they could find them in their socials and whatnot. So why don't we start with Chris, who's at the bottom. We'll swap him in. So Chris, final thoughts and comments for our guests, for our audience tonight, and where can they find you if they want to follow you and your work? You're on mute.
Muted.
No, he's muted again.
Chris, you're on mute. Hit that mute
button. Just want to say thanks for having me on. Happy anniversary to you and AO Mecha. I hope you've got many more years ahead of you.
Thank you.
You can find me at on Twitter and Instagram at the Saintism, or come visit my website www.saint-ism.com. I'm also on Facebook at Saintism, I think. But yeah, thanks again for having me on.
Awesome. No, thank you for joining us, and we can't wait to see that book come into fruition. I'm looking forward to that if you're ever gonna do that book. I think it's gonna be awesome. Up next, Flex McGee. Joey, McGee. Thank you for he's frozen. I love
frozen.
Looks like a Greek statue.
I wanna make a marble statue out of his pose, just because he's like a perfect specimen.
He's gonna
turn him into a figurized.
He's not asleep yet.
Figurized DBZ kit.
He's about to start saying prophecies.
You should just make. Can you 3D, scan your head and then put it on one of the Dragon Ball Z, the big guy from oh my god, Brawly, yeah.
Brawly?
Yeah.
Wow. You failed there, Ariel.
A little bit. Anyways, Joey.
Brawly's tall. He should be on Vegeta.
Okay, I think can we hear Joey? Can we hear Joey?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. There we go.
Yeah. I'm like 5'3", so Vegeta would actually work better. But the final thoughts. Thank you everyone in the audience for coming and joining us for AO Mecha's 1 year anniversary. There will be plenty more anniversaries in his future. This was really fun. I had a great time. And as far as where you can find me, you can find me on YouTube at Joey, Instagram at Gunpla_Joey, and Twitter at GunplaJ.
Wow. Awesome stuff. Joey, thank you so much again for tuning in, for being part of the show. Flex McGee, we're going to have him back again in future. Let's go with Taz. Taz, man, some thoughts and where people could find you.
Just want to say congratulations to Ariel for his 1 year anniversary.
Thank you.
It's crazy to see his growth over the time, and I guarantee you there's just more growth in his future. Bigger channels, a bigger 2 year anniversary than the five of us here. So I'm looking forward to that. As for me, you guys can find me on YouTube at Plamotherapist. Instagram, same thing, Plamotherapist here. So keep it short, keep it sweet, and just send it back to Ariel. Congratulations, happy 1 year anniversary. Keep doing what you're doing, bud. I look forward to future projects with you.
Exactly. Looking forward to working with you as well. Thank you so much for joining in, man. Let's go with Nicolas TEJADA Sanchez.
Nizzle pie.
My nizzle, the jizzle, my nizzle.
He's like, whatever, dude. He's like, I'm done. I'm done with you.
It's been a year of this crap.
Right? I'm done. He just wants his money. Just pay him, Ariel.
You poor thing. Nico.
I'll PayPal and auto deposit. It'll come in the morning, man.
No, where can you find me? Instagram, Nico TEJADA78. And I'm also on Facebook. If you type my name, you will find me. It's my page. But mostly you will see my post in Gunpla Network and Site 6. And that's it. And I want to say congratulations to Ariel on this. I'm looking forward to what you're going to come up with next. And I'm looking forward to being your guinea pig again.
Absolutely. You're the best guinea pig anyone could ever ask for. My favorite by far, but second only to Michael Rinaldi. Thank you so much for collaborating with us again. It's again, like as I mentioned, it's always a pleasure for you to come. Pleasure for me to have you on the show. And yeah, like some final thoughts and where people can find you if they want to follow your work.
Yeah, well, first, congrats. I mean, this is a big deal, dude. I mean, you've put a lot of your heart and soul in from that first little desk in the corner to these, your beautiful film studio that you got now. So the projection has been pretty solid for you. The steady, stealing of games off the street or whatever you're doing down. I don't know what's going on. It's cool, dude. You're doing good shit over there in Toronto, helping the community, cleaning up the streets. I love it.
Obviously, Ariel's job doesn't pay him enough if he's got to steal PS4 games.
Yeah.
Found, guys.
Right?
Found.
Exactly. The stalker. Yeah, I'm Rinaldi. I'm at Rinaldi Studio, I think, on everything. I think it's pretty Facebook, Instagram, and then soon to be YouTube, hopefully this week. So, and then, appreciate the love that you throw my way. And it's been a great, journey in the community with you guys. So I look forward to a lot more. Absolutely.
Awesome. And I'm looking
Hopefully we
forward
can all
to
meet
your
up
live
soon.
stream.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All of that
That's
good
fun.
stuff. And again, I know we chatted a little bit about, some of the streaming. Dude, I can't wait to see your beautiful face on a live stream. So it's my turn to sit back and enjoy some of that sweet. I don't know if I do, but like his voice is probably one of the sweetest things I've ever heard in anything. So I want an ASMR of this copy.
Don't play with me, boys and girls.
There we go.
Hello.
Channeling the inner Ariel on that one.
Imagine voice.
Mike Rinaldi can rip your builds apart, and you still feel happy to just hear him talk.
Let's get some Gunpla.
Dude, work on the basics, bro. Don't use black. Tim's the best.
You're doing good.
Don't use black.
Some final thoughts for me, for each of you guys. Again, Nico, looking forward to all your builds, and again, it's very, very much appreciated. I get a chance to do my experiments on you.
Oh,
Wait,
That's on the
A little intimate.
wait.
See, that's how serial killers are born.
But yeah, no. Again, thank you so much, Chris. I know, we've just been recently more so talking. I've gotten a chance to get to know you a lot more with all your work. Thank you so much again for the collaboration. Hopefully, again, we have you back on the show. Yeah, and Joey, keep flex. I might have some gym questions for you. How do I get this to be like,
Don't
like
skip
the size
leg
of
day.
my head? Don't skip leg.
I got you, bro.
Leg day.
No,
I got
That's
you.
it.
no more.
Very inspirational, and again, just one of the fresh newcomers in the scene. I'm looking forward to what else you're gonna be building, man. It's gonna be awesome. Looking forward to it, man. Taz, what can I say about Taz? What can I say about Taz that I haven't said throughout the night? I'm looking forward to our future collaboration. I think what you have been saying in regards to your videos and getting people to think differently in regards about the Gunpla hobby. See how I'm distinguishing Gunpla hobby because it's specific and instead of just the overall. I learned something from Michael Rinaldi. Again, please continue your work, and again, hopefully you guys check his channel out as well, and everybody else on this. And again, Michael Rinaldi, amazing tutor, instructor, motivator, inspirational person. Guys, you got to check out his books. You can get them at USA Gundam Store for now in bulk if you want to buy all of them. They're all of them. It doesn't matter which one you buy.
Use that AO Mecha 10 code.
Use it.
Yeah.
Drop that AO Mecha 10 code for your purchases to save 10% off on USA Gundam Store. Speaking of which, we're also going to do some pay some tributes to our sponsors today. MSMN Studio. They're located in Montreal. Check them out if you're looking for Gunpla materials and everything in between. They ship across all provinces across Canada, so check them out at msmnstudio.com. They do support also Side 6, our Facebook group, which I am also part of. Check us out at facebook.com/group/Side6. If you are inclined to joining our membership program, you unlock more discounts, especially with MSMN Studio, as well as with our other partners. This show is brought to you and powered by amazing store. USA Gundam Store, thank you so much, Adam, for allowing this channel to grow. It's been a year of awesome growth, and again, I can't say anything but thank you. My forever gratitude is towards you and what you've done to allow me to do this for people in the audience. So don't forget to check them out, guys. usagundamstore.com. If you're looking for model kits, if you're looking for materials, you're looking for books by Michael Rinaldi, books by let's see, who else do we got here? Don Serratus. Books by Vered Volume 1 is out soon. I think pre-orders are near complete. If they've not been sold out, better get one too. Also, Mecha Decals by Tim Harkins, the one and only child of Mecha. You can all save, and if you buy them in bulk, you save almost in total a lot using my discount code AO Mecha 10. And yes, and again, to our guests, a lot, hella a lot, a lot of stuff with that store. So that's that's wrapping us up, guys. It's been a pleasure. Big, and everybody on the chat. I'm gonna have to go back and rewind the chat on Twitch. I'm gonna get all the names, and you guys, whoever are talking in there, once I see your name, you are all automatically entered for a raffle from both MSMN Studio, but you have to be in Canada for that one, and USA Gundam Store. That one's international for US and international. So I will have the draw for that at some point.
Ooh, Canada gets twice.
I know, right? You might be able to win twice. I don't know if you're in Canada, US. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, thank you to our guests. Don't forget to follow them in their respective socials. Be kind to one another. Continue building. Hopefully, everybody in this show has been inspirational to you, keeping you guys motivated. I know it's a hard time right now, but you know what? We're gonna get through this, not just as a community, but as friends and family and all that stuff in between. So, guys, thank you so much. Want to say bye to everybody, guys, and stick around after the show, and we'll chat a bit. But yeah, want to say bye.
Yeah, and listen to Kiss.
And listen to Kiss. What the? All right, guys. Have a good night. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Please.
Yeah. So we're just gonna stick around for a bit, and until we say bye to everybody, to make sure that we're all
not muted yet.
I know.
I don't think we're muted.
I know. This is like the after show. This is the after show. It's happening. Okay. Bye, guys.
Wow, that happened.